dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
From Lincoln, Alabama, the Stacy Strong Sunday Night NASCAR Cup Series is ready to go plate racing one final time this season here at our sport's largest oval. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Talladega Superspeedway. Dave Regal and Alan Bergen with you here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial broadcast booth as Alan is making a scheduled special appearance tonight as your normal number 2 here in the broadcast booth. Mr. Matt Metler is going to be on track tonight, trying to do as well as yours truly did when I ran the Coke 0400. Of course, here we are in the second race of the round of 12. We'll get to those points. We'll get to all of the action coming up here as qualifying is just about over. But we're ready to be here with you through it all, from the green flag to the checkered flag, right here on Sim Racing Media. And Alan, I am glad to be with you. I know that you had an exciting weekend, and here we are ready to rock and roll.
Oh boy, Talladega Superspeedway plate racing. You know, I dug up a little history on this. This is the one track when it was built back in the 60s that they actually had a boycott led by Richard Petty because it was too fast. The drivers didn't want to, risk their life. And well, here we are. This is what you see today. With the, they took the restrictor plates off, and well, the cars are still going 190 miles an hour, even though they tone the horsepower down on this racetrack.
Hey, the horsepower may be down, but the competition is always up here at Talladega. And you know what? I think, at least my opinion, between Talladega and Daytona, I think Talladega is still more fun. It's wider, it's faster, it's 2.66 miles, and heck, it's in a town called Lincoln, Alabama. Of course, this is where technically the first Hall of Fame was for NASCAR. It's actually, you can see some of the buildings there off to the outside. And it was a pretty big deal once upon a time before they built the official NASCAR Hall of Fame up in Charlotte. But here we are tonight, ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a long one tonight, 188 laps, 500 miles the scheduled distance, and these drivers are cranked up and ready to rock.
Yeah, we're going to get cranked up to the north side of crazy, as Joe is saying. You know, it's crazy how this track was actually built on on a landing strip and near an Air Force base, but nonetheless, we're getting ready to get excited. We'll get into my weekend adventures and a whole lot more here on Some Racing Media.
The warm-up segment is ready to rock here as, of course, I'm just trying to get caught up as I slid in sideways here to the Tony Trapasso Memorial broadcast booth. Nothing like building the airplane while it's in mid-flight. We want to thank the fine people at Domino's for being completely off their JOB tonight. God forbid, you know, I ordered a pizza and it should have been on time, and it definitely was not.
I mean, did you at least get it free?
No, sir.
Oh.
And I was doing pickup because I thought, gee, this will save me time. Nope. It did not.
I mean, at the rate that they move, if you would have ordered it for delivery, you probably would have been home right as he's pulling in.
That's true. Let's get a hold of Neil Pearson, our race winner from last week, and, of course, our points leader. Whoa, easy there, big fella. Hey, Neil, it's Dave up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, Dave. How you going?
Buddy, here we are Sunday night, same bat time, same bat channel, and all things considered, we're ready to go super speedway racing, and it looks like it's going to be a big field tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie, I was contemplating skipping this race, but you know what? I thought, it's the final super speedway of the year. I'll come out and have some fun.
It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Now, what were you feeling in the car earlier? I mean, you know, right now, as we get ready to roll tonight, we take a quick look at our current conditions, and it looks like track temperature in the 80s, so that's pretty tight. No, I'm sorry, track temperature in 108. I'm sorry, outdoor ambient air temperature is 89. That track temperature, though, 108, what does that do for you?
To be honest, not too much. The car felt pretty good in practice, so you know, like I haven't really done much drafting, so we'll go out and feel it out in the race and just see how it goes from there.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, and for some reason it thinks that you're Brian Nunemacher. Thanks, SDK.
Close.
Yeah, except that he's from California. I mean, it's on the way to Australia from here, but it's not the same.
It's a little bit different. I mean, you know, there's, a few thousand miles.
Yeah, nothing major. There we go. Finally, they get it right. Now, a question. How do you watch races in Australia, you know, here for at least American racing?
So I have a streaming service that has like all NASCAR racing for me, and F1 and all the V8 supercars as well. So I just subscribe to that and watch it, and obviously this broadcast every week as well.
Well, we appreciate that. I mean, obviously it means that our broadcasts are reaching literally around the world. But listen, man, good luck tonight. I know that you've only got a little bit of time left in the warm-up. Go ahead and make those final adjustments to the race trim, and maybe we'll see you on the other side.
Hopefully.
All right, as we're going to move him back on up into the Dirty South Racing stable. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, making us a part of your evening. We want to thank you for welcoming us into your homes, onto your phones, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. As we do take a look at the YouTube.com live chat, nobody's here yet. Got a couple of viewers, but I don't see anybody in the chat. So, of course, I know that we're waiting for Amanda Price to check in. We're waiting for all the other fans, of course, that we have tonight. And you know, here's the thing. We have so many folks that tune in over the 3 nights that we covered the Sunday Night NASCAR Family of Racing Series. I mean, this really has become a family of racing series.
Well, I tell you right now, speaking of family, it is 7:30 in the morning over in Perth, Australia, where Neil Pearson is from. 7:30 in the morning. He's probably sipping on his macchiato, So I hope no one makes him spill it.
Now, here we are with about 40 seconds left as we're going to get a chance here just to take a quick peek at our point standings. Right now, Neil Pearson still sits atop the pile. Of course, with that win last week, he's automatically transferred over into the round of 8. He's currently just ahead of Sean Rogers, who really needs to, I would say if he wants to seal the deal, pick up the win here tonight. Paul Hill, Bobby Anderson, Chris Davis, Eric Papineau, Tanner Marty, Kavaja Holt, Matt Long, Keith Long, Tane Hodison, and John Wilco. Those are your round of 12 drivers. And, if I was John Wilco, this is the night where I'm suddenly full send from McAdoo, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, definitely McAdoo, Pennsylvania zone. But nonetheless, oh, wow. Okay. Well, we got some people in the YouTube.com live chat now.
Are they mad?
No. They're all saying that they're here.
Ah, they are here. I see.
But I think we're interviewing Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Honey Buns removes the veil of secrecy. As we get ready to move along here, let's get ready to rock and roll and pull up that starting grid tonight. Where's that beautiful bean footage? Bobby Anderson going to sit on our pole position tonight. He'll be joined in the front row by Matt Long. Noah Hamilton and Alex Princeton going to be starting in row number 2, while Matt Mackin and Chris Claude, Chris Claude laying down the time here and sitting to the outside in row number 3. Kavaja, Holt, and Ron Fitting sit in row 4, while row 5 and your starting top 10 belongs to Randall Watkins and Austin Call. Neil Pearson, the modern-day Silver Fox, you just heard from him, is going to sit alongside Brian Nunemacher, while Paul Hill and Chris Davis sit in row number 7. Row 8 is Diego Rodriguez and Dylan Banks, with Ryan Samuelson and Tyler Hutter in row number 9. Michael Witt and Matt Cox is going to be your starting top 20, with Chris Custer and Tanner Marty in 21st and 22nd. Logan Giesbrecht and Jeff Carson going to hold things together in row number 12. While we look just a little bit further back, Matt Metler, of course, the normal voice here in the SRM broadcast booth, he's going to be on the inside of row number 13 alongside of Tane Hodison. They're going to be followed by Keith Long and Eric Papineau, while Emily Arias and Sean Rogers are going to be starting 29th and 30th. Chad Sanner and Cody McCorkle in 31st and 32nd, while row 17 goes to Mark Johnson and Mikey Mac McConville. Larry Miles and Rich Jett going to be starting in 36th position as drivers now starting to roll off. It looks like we're going to have 30 drivers taking the green flag. This is interesting as we see John Wilco in 38th, Ken Ron and Richard Pruitt rounding out the 40 drivers that qualified this evening. 188 laps the scheduled distance. This is an interesting development if you think about it.
Yeah, so, imagine being on an interstate in a traffic jam, except this traffic jam here is going to be doing 190 miles an hour, sometimes 3, even 4 wide. And, here in a moment's time, we're going to get cranked up, as Dave, as you say, to the north side of crazy.
The lights are off on the iRacing.com pace car. That means we'll be getting ready to go green flag racing. We'll talk about stages and everything else, but I'll tell you what, Alan, this is my favorite racetrack. This is my favorite time of year. It's playoff season. The baseball playoffs are going on. Football is back. In fact, I don't want you to go anywhere, but you know what? I don't want to ruin it. I don't. But a little bit later tomorrow night, you're going to be able to join the great Hall of Famer out of Henrietta, Oklahoma, and your fellow countryman from St. Louis, as the iRacing.com pace car comes down toward pit road out of turn number 4. And we have to remember that the start-finish line is beyond the apex of the tri-oval. Of course, that was Big Bill Francis' idea to try to sell more tickets. And as Bobby Anderson going to have control of the field to the inside, we see him coming past the Yellowwood and into the Geico restart zone. The only thing that's left to do is it's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab your honey buns, some soda, and settle in. Race fans, it's showtime!
Wow. As we are getting up through the gearbox, first, second, third, fourth, fifth gear, by the time you get to the middle of turn 1, it takes almost a lap and a half for these cars to come up to full song here. as Bobby Anderson's going to lead that inside line down the back straightaway.
31 8-cylinder engines just roar to life as look at Chris Claude already on the inside making moves. He's decided that whether he's going to be in the playoffs or not, it's time to go. That's for sure as we are under green flag condition.
Nice guys can't finish last as we've already got a 3-car breakaway with Bobby Anderson, Noah Hamilton, and Chris Claude. And we're going to see that as we go deeper into the run, Dave, where all these guys are going to split up. There's going to be 2 groups, as we see it all the time here at Talladega.
Well, guys like Chris are going to have to keep their foot in it as we now work lap number 2. Bobby Anderson getting control of the field and getting credit for leading the first lap. But watch Matt Long out of Atlanta, Georgia. He leads that high line, and he's got Alex Princeton just behind him in the 19. The thing that we're going to, whoa, watch Bobby Anderson go to take all of that momentum away. Holy crap. Don't stay in your ride used tied unless you're one of those people that uses shout, which makes me want to shout. Hey.
If we're not sponsored by Shout or Tide, we should be. Chris Claude is,
apparently they're wrecking toward the back of the field. I don't see what's going on here.
Well, Matt Mettler didn't hit anything yet, so we're still good there.
Are we sure?
As far as I know. They ran the light timing.
Bobby Anderson with control of the field. Now he's got Matt Long checked up behind him. That was a big checkup. And it kind of had an accordion function to it. If that was written in 3/4 time, that would have been a waltz, that's for sure. Tanner Marty Lang, fast time down at 49:29. Welcoming everybody into the YouTube.com live chat. Let us know who you're watching, what you're listening for, what you're paying attention to, and who you're cheering for tonight on the racetrack. Of course, if you're one of our fans from Sim Racing Media, we hope that you're cheering on Matt Mettler. Is he still alive? He's still alive. 13th. My man.
He's still there. He's still there.
Proud of you. Chris Claude has now slid back to 13th. Look at this. 3 wide, deep in the field. Watch Mettler slice through here like a hot knife through some country crock.
Oh, Matt, don't get in the middle of the race.
No, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's got this.
Come on now.
He's fine. He's fine. The lead line just went single file ahead of the 3 wide mess behind them. That's going to make this middle line gather a whole lot of speed, and if Mettler can hang on to it, he can really make some hay here. That's an interesting line for the leaders to run.
I mean, this has got disaster written all over it. Especially for those more inexperienced guys that may be making their first start to have to race in this league. Or as we're working lap number 5 of 188, this could spell disaster for some of those guys that may be a little on the squirrely side.
And since you brought it up, let's take a peek here. Now, of course, 188 laps the total distance. Stage break's going to be at lap 60 and 120. That's going to make it for an interesting race. And then, of course, 7 total tire sets for the evening. That means that they'll be laying 6, starting 7, with that set that's already bolted onto their machines as they are still trying to work 3 wide. Look who just shot to the inside. Watch Matt Mettler. He just got his A license back, and he's already up here pushing around the 56 of Brian Nunemacher.
All right, he needs to get a good partner to work with. Get with one of those fast guys. Maybe like a Randall Watkins. He's a good pusher. He's a good drafting. He needs to learn. Spend this first stage learning what the car is going to do. Maybe get with Sean Rogers if he's nearby.
Speaking of Randall Watkins, Mr. 305, that's my brother from down there in the Miami-Dade Fire and Rescue Department, retired off of Engine 3. As we take a quick peek here at the 27 with, I'll tell you what, I do like their logo, and that is the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue Department's logo. It's just downright cool. But he said to keep our fingers crossed that Hurricane Milton might have Miami in its sights, and his hometown got hit by Helene last week, so he's beginning to be afraid that he's a hurricane magnet. Of course, we all want to keep those folks affected by the hurricanes in our prayers. And I'm still hoping to get a chance to hang out with Randall when we go to Miami in a couple of weeks. We're getting down to the wire, buddy. 2.5 weeks, and it'll be sayonara. Who is that? Mike McConville just bought himself a ticket.
Mikey Mac.
I smell burnt toast. I think this is what a stroke is.
I mean, look, there's only... Oh, goodness gracious.
Do you see this?
If we're looking at the New York Mets logos painted all over his car, we are.
I will get on race radio right now and give an order to wreck that thing.
Well, if he gets around Matt Butler, you might
This is
get
an
your winners.
abomination to all things motorsports. Crap, he has the FDNY seal on his left quarter panel. Don't wreck that part, but the rest of the car is up for grabs as he now swings to the inside of Ryan Samuelson, who's still apparently my sister's favorite driver. And let's check this out. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me get through this one. This is a good one. We know that Ryan Samuelson is evidently my sister's favorite driver. We can see that right here on your screen. But let's take a look here at the 64. And he is my mom's favorite driver. Just saying. That's the ultimate yo mama joke.
Oh, goodness. You know, the only person that would be good about the Mike McConville's paint scheme is Father Frank.
I already talked to him tonight.
I mean, that's his favorite baseball team.
I know. I called him earlier when I hated my life. Then he texted me to ask me if I felt better when the Phillies took the lead 6-4. And then I thought I was going to hurl myself into traffic on Main Street of Norristown. And then somehow the Phillies decided to pull one directly out of their anus. Is the plural of anus ani? Annie?
Yes.
Is a woman named Annie multiple anuses? Anuses?
Maybe.
Well, these are the things I've got to know.
Oh, Sean Rock and Rogers. You know, you can tell that it's definitely Breast Cancer Awareness Month with all the pink cars that are on the track here tonight. So don't adjust your TVs. A lot of these drivers are spreading the word, and that, you know, that's what auto racing's cool about doing is Awareness Month and spreading the word and bringing up, you know, awareness for different causes.
My mother's a breast cancer survivor. Has been for about 15 years. No longer. Maybe 20. Jeff Carson has gotten cycled to the lead. The Cross Junction, Virginia native now gets a bump from Sean Rogers out of Kalamazoo. He's got Ron Fitting just behind from Sumter, South Carolina. And Matt Cox is holding steady, running the 36 right behind Ron Fitting.
Ugh.
That can be, let's just say, good or bad. We'll leave it at that.
I mean, it's a good day if you're a Bears fan, I guess.
Did they pick a win up?
They picked a couple of them up. Hey, if they win 2, that's a winning streak.
Thanks, Lou Brown. They're still not going to win the North.
And Mikey Mac, Miss McConville checks in and says, Mike is a Mets fan while she's a Phillies fan. So maybe you're...
All right, then Mama Mac just got them out of trouble because I was about to start talking mad trash on my man Mike.
Are you sure you're not Mama Mac's adopted son because you both love the Phillies?
No, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But if she wanted to adopt me, I can put applications out for that. Speaking of Mikey Mac, let's take a look here. The Cape May, New Jersey native currently running in 8th position. Look at him hold it steady. He's out here like he's sailing through clear seas. He holds it real close and real tight to the yellow line. He's going to be able to rock this thing out of the turn, drifting a little bit closer here. Watch him get the run just behind Nunemacher. He gets off the throttle, burps it a little bit. He doesn't want to make a move anytime soon. Mikey Mack is playing the patience game here on lap number 13.
And that's what you have to do. Tonight's special word is patience. We're going to race the racetrack. We're not going to make any hasty moves. And when it's time to go, it's time to go. Right now, the inside line definitely has the advantage. The 74 car is pushing the... Yeah, the 74 car is pushing Cox there. And that Bears car working together, getting that outside line. Working as we got Diego Rodriguez. Or no, wait, that ain't Diego. Ooh, boy. These guys are definitely getting cranked up to crazy. The outside line's starting to get together, starting to form up. That number 1 car, Mike McConville. He's on the inside line, about 2 cars back from Ron Fitting there in the 3 car. Tyler Hunter in the 48 car. That's who it was. He's on the outside. Bobby Anderson's going to go down to the inside line.
Cox leading the way right now, and he is pointed hard and straight up in front of Chris Davis. Chris Davis here in the 74. The high line has found speed at Talladega. Now we look to the low side. There's Sean Rogers. I don't see Amanda in the live chat yet, but I'm sure she's paying attention. Sean now getting a good bump here from Bobby Anderson in the 18. They swing it through the tri-oval. If this was the last lap, Sean Rogers would have won by a nose.
If this was the last lap, we'd been only sitting here for 5 minutes. 12 minutes. We're watching right now. That inside line starting to pick up momentum again. Here comes Sean Rockin' Rogers. He's got Bobby Anderson, the Candyman, right behind him. Well, the Interstate Batteries guy this week. Sorry.
And all of a sudden, as we go back just a little bit further, watch Jeff Carson. He was just leading this piece. It's almost like he went up there to see if he could lead and if he just needed a good drafting partner. He now takes it 3 wide, slides back through the middle. There's the tide ride of Chris Custer on the high side, Randall Watkins to the low, and all of a sudden he doesn't have the 82 of Cody McCorkle in tow anymore. And now he's just going to sink like a stone.
Well, Amanda Price just came into the YouTube deck on live chat, cheering on Sean Rockin' Rogers and the number 44.
Of course, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You know, of course, behind every sim racer and every sim racing broadcaster is a girlfriend, or in your case, sir, a wife, that has her arms crossed across her chest, shaking her head in disbelief.
I mean, my wife is editing photos right now.
Later on, she'll be shaking her head. Of course, I can't believe she doesn't do that every day.
I mean, look, she only wonders about me all of the time, not most of the time. But all of the
your
time.
wife should be nominated for sainthood. Wow, sliding up to the high side. Watch Matt Cox hold off the 74. The 74 now with a snootful of Matt Cox. Cox is going to have to get down and dirty on the low side if he wants to take that runaway from Sean Rogers. And Rogers just slammed the door shut with a good run from the 18 behind him. As they come back toward the start-finish line, we're going to see the same move again, except that now Cox is going to slide back here.
Amanda's making victory brownies for Sean Rogers. That's why she was late. Whoa, and we got a little bit of trouble there. Car goes sideways on the apron, and so far, please stay green. That's right, now we're looking at Matt Cox here in that number 36 car. He's right around that 22nd position. And you can find him near Matt Metler. He was about 2 cars deep. These guys can get hooked up if Metler and Cox can get hooked up. I think Matt can take, or Matt Cox can take Matt Metler to the front. So Matt Metler playing the strategy game and going to be, riding in the back for a good while. Matt Cox gaining momentum. Right there behind Jeff Carson. They're going to get hooked up. Bumpers hooked up. Engage. Here comes Jeff Carson. And Matt Cox getting hooked up, going to the outside.
Jeff Carson now trying to lead Matt Cox as Matt Cox is buried into that bumper. Cox now pushing him around.
Here's what I believe on plate racing, right? I believe there's certain cars that could actually slow you down. And there's other cars that, if you're right with the right person, the 2 cars that you're drafting with could be a rocket ship.
Do you think that Amanda can send us some brownies from Victory Lane to St. Louis and Philadelphia?
I mean, hey, look. Little dry eyes. Well,
I don't even need the dry ice. I don't care if they get here dry, period. Paul Hill here in this. I do love a good brownie. You know what? I think I have brownie mix out in the kitchen. I should get that started. How would that be for a sim racing broadcaster? Let's go ahead and let the race run itself while we make brownies in the kitchen. And you thought Julia Childs was nuts. Paul Hill leading Dylan Banks. Whoa! Watch the 66. All kinds of squirrely. We've got 22 nice and clean laps in right now. This is not a bad thing overall.
No, it's not. And, I was going to say earlier the pre-race, this is your favorite time of the year. Because you got the SRM trip in Miami, you got playoff baseball, football, and
hockey makes its return tomorrow night, baby.
Hockey, yes. Go Blues. No?
Yeah, I can't even hate the Blues. Fine, you can. We won't even fight over hockey.
I mean, look, we can be friends now.
Yeah, baseball season's over, and your town let the Rams go.
But I got the Gateway Dirt Nationals, so I'm good. I'm okay.
They didn't want a certain person who lived in Cape Girardeau so badly to own that team that they let them move to Los Angeles.
Oh boy.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Watch the 66. Look at Chris Custer drop down here, make the aggressive move. He's going to draft up Paul Hill from behind, and Hill is going to get a chance now to push Chris Custer. I don't like all 3 of those 6s in the same line. Hey.
Yikes. I mean, it is that time of the year. Smell of Halloween in the... here's the thing. While we're on this subject of 3 6s in a row, I got to Home Depot the other day, and they got their Christmas stuff out already. Can we please make it through Turkey Day? If anybody works at Home Depot in this field, can we please make it through Thanksgiving before we set out the Christmas trees?
It's fine. Whoa! Kavaja just dropped to the low side. The 66 and the 6 now lead this piece. That's Custer and Hill.
Oh boy. Here comes Paul Hill making moves, and he, look, I found a meme one day that had oh boy.
Folks, you
As
can't
here
hear
we
what I
are.
do behind the curtain, but suffice it to say that if I had a stick, I'd be poking him in the ribs right about now. That's our broadcast extraordinaire partner, Alan Bergen, giggling like a little schoolgirl as look at this mess back here. This is the kind of racing that I think that we've known to come that we've come to know and love here.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. 3 wide. Emily's 3 wide. Oh
Oh,
no.
good
Oh,
God.
No. Oh no. Hey, you know what? This is worse than me and Matt Metler being side by side.
If I saw you and Matt Metler, I'd take my headset, hurl it out the window, and follow.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Watch the
This
47
is-
on the low side. The 97 of Matt Long now.
This is going to be an even bigger train wreck than the St. Louis Cardinals 2024 baseball season. Oh, by the way, hey, look, we could fire our hitting coach, but why not the manager?
It's fine. Wow, what a whack from the 97 into the 18. Bump drafting at its finest here, kids. If you want to know how to draft, this league can show you how to get it done.
Come on, Emily, hold a straight line. Hold the line, hold the line, hold on. All you gotta do is hold the wheel like you're driving like a real car.
As we go up here to the drone cam, crossing the start-finish line into turns 1 and 2, this field still holding steady. Just about halfway through stage number 1. I don't know why my broadcast partner keeps losing his composure.
Chris Custer.
It's like somebody's
continues
whispering
to lead
sweet
us.
nothings in my ear.
The only thing you could whisper in my ear is sweet nothings.
Just makes me want to punch
Right now we got Paul Hill, Chris Custer leading this piece. And right behind him is Dylan Bankston at number 70 car. And just beyond him, riding in fourth is Tyler Hunter. Sean Rockin' Rogers trying to get something going in the outside line, but here comes Jeff Carson in that number 9 car. Engine number 9. Here he comes on the outside.
Watch Jeff Carson lead up here with Sean Rogers on the high side. All kinds of speed locked up there. That's a 4-car breakaway now dropping and picking up the 40. That's the Aflac machine of Austin Call. Austin Call's got to get himself away from Keith Long. That Do you
And here we
realize
go.
that? Do you realize that the 97? Here we go. If this doesn't get me fired, nothing will. If the 97 and the 36 got together, it would be Longcock's. The Longcock's tandem leading the way. Watch the 9 push Sean Rogers around here as now we go back to double file action. Everybody deciding to behave themselves again. I don't know what's making this develop and why these 3-wide situations are coming about where they are and what they're doing. And, even as we look around the racetrack right now, we see some of these drivers really having to work hard to hold it together. It looks like Emily Urias, she's having some kind of connection issue. She drops down out of the draft, and now a lap down, she's going to have to work her tail off to be able to catch back up to this pack, because this pack hasn't even really separated yet.
Oh boy.
I mean, this is one giant pack.
I mean, this is drafting at its finest right here. These guys are doing a great job. 30 laps in, this 188 lap affair. We're racing the lap number 60. I mean, we're going to see green flag pit stops before too long.
We're going to
We're
watch the
up front.
first group of cars come down pit road. Here they come.
Ooh, we got to lock up.
Everybody's got to get down to pit road speed. They're going to be led by Chris Custer here in the 66. Mikey Mack peels off. Here comes the 66. Everybody's going to be scrambling to their pit box. And look who that leaves out of top. the pile. That's Sean Rogers in the 44. First group of drivers down pit road. It's going to be on Rogers' command when they pull out the parachute.
Yeah, these beast mode guys are definitely talking to each other. Matt Mettler there solidly in the top 10 for right now. As he, as the beast mode guys are talking to each other. When are we coming down? And that's going to be right now. Nice and easy, boys. Nice and easy. Gentle, gentle, gentle. We don't need nothing going wrong here on this pit cycle. I mean, it's like these guys have practiced. Oh, we had some contact. Matt Cox getting into somebody over there. It looks like maybe Tanner Marty. No, maybe.
Here they all are. That's going to cycle Tanner Marty and Ken Ron all by their lonesome. This is kind of an interesting choice. I don't know if I would have recommended this.
I mean,
this
these
is
guys
called
are going to
missed
be
opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Working lap 32 of 188. And here they come down pit road together. Maybe it's a strategy call.
Well, this is an interesting strategy call.
That's going to cycle Bobby Anderson and Matt Long right back to the lead, along with Cody McCorkle. So now I think we're good to the end of the stage.
We better be. We're past the halfway point in the stage. They're going to have to save a set. They're going to have to save a set of tires. And the thing is, if you're going to come down and take a full tank of fuel, the amount of time that it takes to get 2 cans of fuel into that fuel cell is just enough to get 4 tires. So you might as well get that taken care of as well. The thing that we're going to be watching for now is anybody bitten by the cold tire bug.
So here's how I'd play the strategy. Get tires now, because you still need a set for the end of the race. So get tires now, run this stage and the second stage on the same set. And then once we hit at the end of stage 2, then get that last set of tires.
Bobby Anderson leading the way now. He's got Matt Long and Cody McCorkle with him. But Dylan Banks is leading a train of drivers to try to chase those cars down. The interesting thing that we've seen here at Talladega since the advent of the next-gen car is the smaller groupings of cars are actually faster than these large groupings of cars because the large packs basically are harder to control. I mean, it's like trying to herd squirrels. So as you work deeper into these races, oftentimes you wind up, looking kind of down the barrel of a gun.
Yeah.
That's your analysis? Yeah.
I mean,
I sketch out a beautiful painting and you add color with yeah.
hey, look, I love the analogy. And I equate it to like a freight train almost, right? So you gotta have, these smaller groups, it's kind of like watching I don't miss 2x2 tandem drafting. I don't miss that. I don't miss the large pack where you just see this little blob running around the racetrack. I do like the smaller groupings, if you will. But then you got them 3 cars that work really well together, and they just put a hurting on the whole field sometimes.
Bobby Anderson, Matt Long, and Cody McCorkle. 1, 2, 3 they go. Dylan Banks running in 4th right now. It's Banks, Call, and Holt. That's 4, 5, 6. Sean Rogers, Chris Davis, Neil Pearson, and Alex Princeton. They make up your top 10.
The only knock is there's the modern day Silver Fox, Neil Pearson, running solidly in that nice position. Said during warm up he was gonna skip out on this race, but decided, yeah, what the hell, I'll run it anyways. Hope no one makes us spill his macchiato. It looks like
interesting. This is kind of an interesting development. Now I'm watching the 93 here. That's Tane Hodison, and folks, I encourage all of you to tune in on Tuesday night for Tuesday Night NASCAR Truck Series action. The team there, headed up by Tane Hodison, gonna have a little bit of a different paint scheme there on the deck lid of those Ford F-150s that they drive around. I already know what it is.
You already okay. Okay. I don't want to make you spill the beans.
We know that there's a problem with the ticker, and there's, as I see that Suppets Timothy saying that there's a problem.
Look, I'm personally going to tune in on Tuesday night. I want to see this. I mean, so do you think that with the new car combination plus the lower horsepower in these motors, I think that keeps the race a whole lot closer here at Talladega.
It does. Sorry, I'm looking here at timing and scoring to figure out why it's saying everybody in 30 plus is out. It's not. I don't know what Suppets Timothy is looking at. I see Custer and Jett are out. I see Wilco, Urias, Giesbrecht, Sander, they're all down a lap. I don't see anybody being scored as out.
He was just making sure.
Bobby Anderson leads the way here with Matt Long, Cody McCorkle, Sean Rogers, and Chris Davis in tow. That's the low side, and caution is suddenly out. I don't see why.
Oh, it's another one of the
things shuffling around here. This is interesting.
It's another one of the debris cautions.
Yeah, I don't see anybody trying to recover here on the racetrack. It has to be a debris caution.
I remember, back in the day, NASCAR did quietly do stage racing when they threw out the debris caution, as you use air quotes.
It's accurate. Oh yeah, that's debris, all right. It was like one napkin that was holding a hot dog that floated across the racetrack an hour before. When I think debris, like I want to see a bumper or an arm or a leg or something in the middle of the track, not that.
Last night we were watching the Pro Crate late model, the 604 late model in Maine, and I look over to my left and I see a drive shaft laying in the middle of the racetrack. And I look at my 7-year-old, I go, he's going nowhere fast. He goes, what is it? I said, it's a drive shaft. It's a very important component of the drive line.
It's so important that companies... 10-4 just wanted to make sure it's fixed now. It was being weird before. Yeah, that's SDK. We don't like. I can say that. We pay for SDK. It's not the other way around. If SDK was sponsoring us, I'd be like, oh, this is the best timing and scoring there ever was. But it's not.
Kind of like Spectrum here in St. Louis. It sucks.
Yeah, I feel like your cable system is on the Spectrum.
Yes. Nonetheless, these guys are going to come down.
Let's go ahead here and watch what Austin Call's about to do. I think we're going to see just fuel. Oh, nope. He's going to get 4 tires. This is an interesting choice for the 40. I can't say I agree with this, but hey, who am I to judge, right?
That's why we're up here and they're down there.
Let's go ahead and pull up our good buddy Matt Mettler, of course, our in-race reporter. Hey, baby.
That's got to be Dave Regal. What's up, buddy?
There's none other than Dave Regal and Matt Medler, and it wouldn't be a Sunday night without the two of us chatting at least for a few moments here. Listen, buddy, you had a great time moving up right now. I mean, you started in 25th. You're up in 14th. What's the strategy now with just about 20 to go in stage 1?
Ooh, that's a good question. Right now, since it's been so long since I've been on the racetrack with these guys, I'm just trying to be a little conservative, see how these guys operate, how they work. I didn't want to come out here and put it in the fence lap 1. But so far, the car feels good. It feels stable. Got Jeff Carson and the other Toyota driver right in front of me here. How about that incident on pit road, huh? Someone snookered Carson. Carson balked me, spun me around. So hopefully that calamity is done and over with, and we could have a clean race from here on out. But for right now, it's just sit back, learn, and watch, and hopefully I survive the big one when it happens, and we can be in contention when it comes down to go time, about 5-10 laps to go. But
yeah, we've been paying attention to your progress. Of course, you're taking over the Talladega duty as I had as I had.
First of all, duty.
I just walked myself into it. You've taken over Talladega duty as I had Daytona, and I think this is going to be a thing moving forward.
It's got to be, right? We got to represent. I mean, the broadcast booth, yeah, we hold it down up top, and appreciate everyone turning in right now. Sean Rogers, super fan, probably in the YouTube chat. Want to say hi to her like I always do. But I think you're right, Dave. This should be a thing. I think one of us has to run Daytona and the other Talladega, or we can flip-flop vice versa. But yes, I vote it should be a thing.
I'm all about doing things like this. I mean, especially because, first off, for me, you get more seat time in the cockpit than I do. By the way, the cockpit is not a special bar in Miami that we will not be visiting.
Hey. I think you killed Alan.
We just walked past and slapped him with it. But, you get a lot more time in the cockpit than I do. So for you, I mean, you're at least more seasoned as far as experience goes with these next-gen cars. For me, I get in and it's like I don't know what to do with my hands. My hands wind up, especially at Daytona, my hands were busier than a cucumber in a women's prison. Tonight you look very comfortable and very, calm there behind the wheel.
I'm glad I'm acting very well. It's quite the opposite. My nerves are through the roof right now. And you're right, I do get a lot of practice in this car, but the competition here, I mean, in the Stacy Strong Cup Series, let's just be honest. I mean, these are some of the best drivers that we see on the iRacing servers, and it's very intimidating to jump in a race car at a 2.66 mile super speedway and go out there and try to hang out with the boys, so to say. So thanks for the compliment, buddy. I'm just going to try and go out here and do all of us broadcasters strong and try to have a good run.
All right, buddy, good luck. We'll be paying attention. Don't you worry. From the green flag to the checkered flag, right?
That's right here on Sim Racing Media.
Look at you finishing the words. All right, brother, good luck.
Thanks, brother.
The iRacing.com pace car gets ready to make that hard left turn. Bobby Anderson and Matt Long will bring the field back to green flag here in just a moment's time. As you just got done hearing from Mr. Matt Metler, Dave Regal's work wife. And Dave, these guys are getting ready to come back to the tri-oval with Bobby Anderson, Interstate Batteries, toward number 18 on the button through the Geico restart zone. And we are back to green flag racing here at Talladega.
Everybody roaring back to life. It's going to be about 17 to go when we get back to the line. Bobby Anderson with control of this field right now for the time being. He's being pushed along by Matt Long and Sean Rogers. These drivers now getting themselves nice and organized. We've now had a caution here in the middle of stage number 1. First one for cause for the evening. That's not bad, all things considered, as we get rolling down the back chute. Watch Bobby Anderson. The question is, does he slice down right in front of Cody McCorkle in the 82, or does he stay with his drafting partner on the high side? He doesn't have clearance yet as we widen things out to the blimp view. Getting a push right now from Chris Davis is the 82 of Cody McCorkle. Cody McCorkle, your new race leader here. He's got a little bit too much of a gap. He's going to have to wait for the 74 to give him another bump through the tri-oval. This could be dangerous if they don't do this right, and they are stuck like glue.
As Dave Regal quotes the band Sugarland, Cody McCorkle is going to quote Sean Rockin' Rogers And I'll see you later as that top 4 continue to try to separate from the rest of the field. Meanwhile, they are 3 wide, and Cody McCorkle sitting high, white, and handsome up there on the top of this pile. Here
Bobby
comes
Anderson now sliding back into 5th position. Cody McCorkle leads the way here. I think we're going to get to a nice point here in this race. Never mind, just kidding. As they are suddenly 3 wide behind, let's take a look here where Mike McConville is in the 1. He's following Neil Pearson, and Pearson kind of hanging out here mid-pack, basically playing the survivor game. But if he's going to have a draft partner, to have that in the form of Mike McConville has got to be really comfortable for him, as we're going to watch McConville draft up here in the New York baseball team from Flushing. I can't with this guy.
That would be the Mets. The Metropolitan. You're so welcome.
From now on, every time I go to that, I'm going to need you to say it.
Well,
Right now, because of Major League Baseball's playoffs, we are mortal enemies.
Look, so there's 3 of us. Well, 4, if you count Mikey Mac. For 162 games every year, we're bitter enemies. And then, just like that, we become best friends again.
Well, you know, I was talking to Frank earlier, and had a chance to give him a call because, you know, baseball. And, you know, it's the only time of year where I don't want to speak with him, and it's when the Mets are beating the Phillies. Wow, boy.
Oh.
Did you just see that? The 70 just got shot up from the low line to the middle to the high line without blinking once. Let's watch the 97 of Matt Long.
Almost like the Flying V.
Oh, it's going to happen.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We definitely don't want to be in that middle line. As it looks like Neil Pearson's getting ready to strap on the old hairnet and serve lunch to Matt Mettler there.
Did you just see what Sean Rogers pulled off?
I believe they went slingshot and engage.
They did. A little bit of shake and bake.
Bake.
Sean Rogers leading Bobby Anderson.
Yeah, I wonder if they said slingshot and then engage.
I know if it was me, I would have.
Well, I will give this to Matt Mettler, though. He did last longer in the Talladega race than I did the other night.
Yeah, you lasted about as long as a virgin on prom night.
In my defense, that wasn't my doing.
On prom night? That's not what I heard.
No, I'm talking about Thursday night.
No, you were definitely not at fault. I'll give you that one.
And believe me, I did have a chance to speak to the person that was.
Watch the 70 of Dylan Banks. We're going to have a problem right here. Watch the 40. Holy Christmas. Pray if you got him. Good Lord.
Austin Collins needs to go to church or put a 20 in the plate.
He'd still ask for change.
Well, he almost suited the Aflac Duck there anyhow.
49 laps in the books. Watch this 3-wide action. And, you know, this is not the first time that we've seen this tonight, where all of a sudden out of nowhere, we go 3 wide for, 4, 5, and 6 rows.
Oh, Carl goes from the middle, inside to the middle line. He's trying to kill that line's run on the middle line's run. That's why they do this. That's why you see drivers go from the outside to the inside. Whatever line has the most momentum, that's what run they're trying to kill. Oh goodness. Remember when I said this is like traffic jam at 190 miles an hour?
Yeah, this is the Schuylkill Expressway at rush hour tomorrow morning.
I-270 at St. Louis. Yeah, I-270 in St. Louis at 6 a.m. All we need now is a traffic copter and a... Whoa!
Watch the
Oh,
97.
Dylan Banks.
Oh my God. Watch Matt Long here on the high side trying to give a shove. We've got to watch these front three. They've got to make a decision. But they're 3 wide with 10 to go in stage number 1.
They're going to do it again. They're going to go all the way down to the bottom. Here he goes. Middle. Matt Coxwell to the bottom, killing the inside line's momentum. Give
All
Matt
of a
Cox the
sudden,
lead.
Austin Paul. Oh my.
Whoa, Paul Hill goes back to the
Cox
outside.
leading the way.
We got a crash. We got a crash. Oh no. I think Matt just escaped it.
I don't know. Right now, timing and scoring is trying to keep up with everything that just happened. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Holy crap.
The yellow just came out and live timing and scoring just puked.
There's
Here
a
we
lot to
go.
compute. Oh, it starts with the 81.
Oh, Matt just got a piece of it.
He's going to be okay.
He's definitely okay. Oh man, we knew it was coming.
I mean, that's what happens when you've got 40 cars all mixed together.
There it is.
The
There's
81 washing up into the 9 that collects the 97. Oh!
It's not really what it's doing. It's just how turbulent the air is.
Oh.
Hey, well, there's a couple of guys in need of a good chiropractor right now. Emily Arias in that number 47 star, still surviving out there. Got through it. Well, just like his Braves, he's probably not out of contention. He's gonna mow the grass.
I think Long's going to be okay. That's not going to be enough to end the stage. But what it is enough for is to watch things get themselves reshuffled.
As we got a new race here right now, Chris Davis, and it's going to lead this one. We're under the second caution for cause after the, I wouldn't say big one. That's like a precursor to the big one. But nonetheless, Sean Rockin' Rogers running in second position right now under the second caution. And you got Paul Hill there in that 6 car. Meanwhile, Matt Mettler did escape that with just a little bit of damage. Minor damage. We are under caution for the second time once again. Lap number 53 of 188 scheduled to be run here tonight. Checking into youtube.com live chat, Brandon Bikey checking in, saying, let's go, Dega. Hey, look, there's 2 things that people from Alabama love. One is Talladega Superspeedway. The other one is Nick Saban and Crimson Tide. Roll Tide. Right now we're under that second caution. These guys, I'm for sure, certainly going to come down and get their services done here for the end of the stage.
Going to be about 7 to go here in stage number 1. It's going to be 5 to go when we go back green flag racing. Chris Davis can be your race leader, followed by Sean Rogers, Paul Hill, Dylan Banks, and Cody McCorkle. That's your top 5. Alan, we don't often see that kind of mistake made at this speed on this track.
No, but it does happen. And when it does, you know, it wasn't like the big one just yet, but it's like a precursor. This is what could happen. But here we are. As these guys are going to get doubled up 2x2 behind the Noah's Ark style behind that iRacing.com pace car. Matt Mettler riding back there in 26th position. He got just a little bit of damage. He's going to ride it out until the end of the stage and go and get it fixed on pit road.
Chris Davis with control of the field. He opts for the high line. That puts Sean Rogers to the low. It's going to be Davis, Rogers, Hill, Banks, and McCorkle.
I do love Sean Rogers' paint scheme.
Yeah, of course, we do want to tip our cap to the fact that it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And, of course, here we are sponsored by Tricia's Hope and the Stacy Strong Foundation. Of course, anchored by longtime veteran here in this league, Brian Tarnowski, who tragically lost his wife, Stacy, to breast cancer a couple of years ago. And, you know, of course, this league just held on to Brian so tight. And what this group of drivers did for Brian and Stacy, you know, in those last stages was just something so incredible, especially because most of us have never shaken hands in real life. And, you know, it was a wonderful outpouring of support and love and appreciation.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of what you're saying there, as the field comes and gets ready for green flag, is, you know, like you said, we've never met in real life, but, you know, here on iRacing.com service, it's almost like we got a lot of friends here. It's like we're best friends. We spend a lot of time together.
I mean, you spend more time on iRacing than you do with your wife. Oddly enough, she's not complaining.
You're not wrong.
You're the exception of the rule, buddy.
I think there's a few exceptions to the rules. As we come back to green flag racing, Sean Rocket Rogers leading the field to the Geico restart zone, and we are back to green racing. Chris Davis is going to make the bold move, and Beast Mode is going to go 1-2 on this restart as they come up through the gearbox.
Sean Rogers giving a good push to Chris Davis. Let's go on board with Sean. As it looks like Davis is driving for Denise Driscoll and Judy McCandless. We look back and we see nothing but Paul Hill all over the rear bumper of the 44.
And that's what you want to see here. You want to be pushing. Push hard and push often. As we are working our way to the end of stage one here with the 4 laps to go left in the stage. Now when we get to the end of the stage, the 10th car in line will essentially trip the caution, and caution flag will fly.
5 to go. 4 at the line. Chris Davis holding on for dear life. Watch Dylan Banks here on the high side. He's going to bring along Bobby Anderson. Folks, you ain't seen nothing yet.
That's the words of Meatloaf. You just took the words right out of my mouth. As the inside line getting the momentum, getting that advantage. Here comes Dylan Banks on the outside line. And I wonder if Chris Davis is going to try to go up there and kill that run. We watch these guys come out 1-2 complex. Down the back straightaway, give the line and the advantage to the inside line of Chris Davis. Chris Davis leading that inside line. Here comes the outside line battling back. We are in a straight tug of war match. Meanwhile, back here, 4 wide. Oh, we're 4 wide. We're 4 wide. Oh, goodness. Hold on to your lug nuts. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Chris Davis, Sean Rocket Rogers. 2 laps to go here, stage number 1.
Paul Hill looks like he wants to try to take this one all the way home.
Wow.
Good God.
Oh,
Paul Hill is going to be pushed
wide.
along by Dylan Banks. They're 4 wide behind him, and nobody's died yet. We shrink it back down to 3 wide. We widen things out here to the blimp cam. Right now, the 45 of Noah Hamilton is all over the rear bumper of the 88. That's Michael Witt. Taking all kinds of bumps. Good Lord, it looked like an accordion back here. Watch the 45 dink against the 88. Good God.
Well, at least they're not
It's gonna
taking
get
the
ugly
illegal
yet.
bumps.
The top 4 are all single file. Right now, timed in 10th position is Alex Princeton, who now that he gives that away to Michael Witt.
Oh, gosh.
This is going to get hairy yet.
Oh.
And the cream rises to the top. Here comes Chris Davis and Sean Rogers. Paul Hill already leading this race. This is probably the least contested that he's been all night long.
Here comes... I mean, look, we're only racing to the end of stage 1. He's got to race it like it's lap 188.
Every stage point counts right now, especially if you're Paul Hill. You got to get yourself out of the doldrums and above that cut line. That, of course, is going to be in full effect next week. We're here on the final lap of stage number 1. Paul Hill with control of the field. Dylan Banks now behind him, giving the business to that rear bumper.
Dylan Banks in the business of giving them the business.
I'm getting curious whether or not we're going to see Banks try to make a move here. Maybe try to steal away that stage win. But here comes Rogers.
Rogers got... Oh no. This is going to be bad.
Oh, God. Hold on to your hats. Drop your socks and hope you're Matt Cox. Here they come through the tri-oval side by side. Sean Rogers takes the win. Sean Rogers gets stage 1's win. Sean Rogers from Kalamazoo, Michigan just literally stole victory from the jaws of defeat in stage number 1 as he just strapped on a hairnet and shoved lunch down Paul Hill's throat.
Wow.
If I was a smoker, I'd be sitting in the dark with nothing but the red glow of my cigarette for that one.
That was... Oh, my goodness. If you didn't like that, don't even watch.
Good Lord.
Thank you, Sean.
Coming across the line, your top 10 is Sean Rogers, Matt Cox, Dylan Banks, Austin Call, Paul Hill, Eric Papineau, Alex Princeton, Michael Witt, Chad Sander, and Keith Long.
Why are we stopping on the racetrack?
They had to
here?
get things straightened out for timing.
Okay. I was going to say, it looked like my local short track when they used to do hand scoring.
Might have been.
For those people that were new to auto racing before, after 99, 2000, at your local dirt track, they used to do hand scoring. I mean, you had 2 people on the time tower with a pad and a paper, and you would start at one of the racetrack, you'd stop all the cars, get them all in line, and then you'd go to the other end, get the rest of the field sorted out.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to get yourselves organized for a school picture day. Okay, now you stand here. Short one's in the front, tall one's in the back. Not you.
Exactly. That would absolutely make me want to pull my hair out.
You don't have enough.
Nonetheless. I mean, look, I got a receding hairline.
Oh, it's receding, all right. You and Ben Franklin went to the same barber. We're going to see if we can get Sean Rogers down here in the broadcast booth. Hey, Sean, it's Dave and Allen. You got us.
Yeah, I got you guys. How you doing?
Buddy, listen, we're good, but I'm kind of like post-coital after that finish to stage 1.
Yeah, that was intense. I knew I had Paul right where I wanted him. I just had to wait for the moment to make my move, and I knew coming out of the tri-oval, if I get to that right rear, I'd slow him down enough to get through it.
Now, in literary terms, would that be foreshadowing for things to come?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you just tipped your hand all the way.
That's all right. Everybody knows that move. Everybody's been doing it the whole race, so not reinventing the wheel out here.
No, but you're definitely working the wheel, that's for sure. How does the 44 feel?
It feels great. The thing's an absolute rocket. Thanks to the guys at Kenny. Thanks to Kenny over at BMP and Team Watson. This is a great set. Definitely got speed in it. I'm good pushing and I'm good leading. So yeah, I'm just my strategy tonight's just been be aggressive. Especially now that I got a stage win in my pocket that I can carry on in the playoffs, and I got a pretty good lead, so I can be aggressive. And if I get wrecked, I get wrecked.
So basically what you're saying is if she dies, she dies.
Absolutely. All or nothing. Checkers or wreckers.
My man, listen, good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we see you at the end of stage 2. If not, I'm sure we're going to see you here toward the podium.
Yep, I'm either going to be getting interviewed at the end of this, or you're going to see me on the infield, one of the two.
My man, good luck, brother.
Later.
There's a guy who knows what he wants on the racetrack.
You know what I gathered from that interview? He's going to hold it down. He's going to hold it down until he sees either the checkered flag or Jesus. and that, yeah. I really think you smell brownies coming from the kitchen of Amanda Price.
Amanda, where are them brownies? Matt Cox and Austin Call, they're going to have control of the field when we go back green flag racing. Everybody came down this time around. I see a couple of drivers already deciding to put it on the hauler earlier and beat everybody to the hot dog stand. Mikey Mack, Emily Urias, Jeff Carson. Well, folks, I did it to him again.
Only to the left.
Oh, good God. I'm so proud of me.
I'm so proud of me too. Look.
My grandmother would be pissed. Matt Cox leading us back to the start-finish line as we come down toward the front stretch. Pace car peels away and dips on down pit road. Barney stands here. Looks like he's got a fresh haircut up in the flag stand.
Oh.
And here we go. Green flag in the air. Stage number 2 underway.
Matt Cox will lead these guys down to turn number 1. I'm good now. Good.
You got your act together?
Maybe. Here comes Austin Carr in that Affleck, number 40 Toyota. He's going to lead the inside line. Matt Cox trying to make something happen there on the outside line. Lap 64 with 188 scheduled to be run here. So look now, kids, Eric Papineau, second car in line as they were running about, nice and fast.
Matt Cox all of a sudden sliding all the way back to 18th now. He gets out of the way. Austin Call takes over the race lead. He's going to be followed by Kavaja Holt and Sean Rogers.
You know, Dave, I gotta say this. You would be the one, if we were in elementary school together, getting us both sent to the principal's office.
Oh, we're both going. I'm not going alone. I'm telling him you were in on it too. Hell, I'll tell on you just to keep myself out of trouble. I'm a snitch. Don't care. I'm the guy that goes, but he was doing it too.
Yeah, they would ask you, if I jumped off the bridge, would you jump too?
Right alongside of you.
And here comes Austin calling Kavaja Holt. Finds himself up there in the second position with Sean Rockin' Rogers there in the third car in line and in third position. These guys are going to get hooked up and start to break away. We're on board with Kavaja Holt out of Waynesboro. There he goes. Give a nice little bump to Austin Call. Austin Call's bumper might need Affleck after this race here today. And, oh boy, you can see Austin Call tomorrow night on Sun Racing Unit as the Sunday Cup League comes back with their season opening race. Working lap 67 to 188 here.
Check this out as we see Sean Rogers in that Chevy Camaro. Boom! He's going to bump along. We've got a Toyota, Ford, and Chevy up atop this pile. When Sean Rogers could not possibly be any closer to Kavaja Holt without being in his trunk.
Driver out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. There's that Church's Hope logo and... Oof.
We don't want to harm the Trish's Hope logo, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made. Sean just said, if she dies, she dies.
That's so very true. But don't look out here. Here comes that outside line being led by that 17 car, Eric Papineau. And he's going to have Dylan Banks right behind him. Sean Rockin' Rogers making a move to the outside. Austin Call going to kill the run. And that's what these guys do. They're going to go to that outside line and kill that run here, lap number 68. We're going to wait for lap 160. Rich Jett's being shown 62 laps down.
Oh, someone's shooting to the inside. Good Lord. That looked like it was the 48. He gathers it back up and comes back onto the racing surface. Was either that or the 27? Couldn't tell. It was a lot of safety yellow. That's
Whoa! Oh, the 88 car, Michael Witt. Michael Witt slow. Michael Witt slow.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. What do you want me to do? I'm not a magician.
And oh no.
I see a lot of smoke. I see a lot of bad things. Oh!
Oh.
First, we're going to go.
Continues to pull the rabbit out of his proverbial hat.
Let's see if we can first find why Michael Witt was slow. Ooh.
Bad
wow.
bump.
Michael Witt took a shot and got sent up to the wall. And then the cause of the actual caution that came out happened just ahead of him. Now, Witt is going to be spinning out behind the 27. Oh.
I think they were looking for the caution after that.
And it didn't come.
Yeah.
Oof. Oy, it was such a shunda. Should never buy Gribbinus from Amoil. It's so chewy.
I love that. Ugh. Working lap number 70 under the fourth caution. You know, 4 cautions at a super speedway is not horrible.
And only 3 of them are for cause.
Exactly.
Well, folks, we're going to take this opportunity to step aside and pay some bills on Sim Racing Media. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And, of course, as always, we appreciate Everybody subscribing and turning on those bell notifications here on YouTube.com. I'm Dave Regal. He's Alan Bergen, and this is Sunday Night NASCAR.
Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second spot, and he can't hold on. Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Trish on the bottom. Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Preen Garden Weed Preventer and Preen Garden Weed Preventer Plus Plant Food block weeds before they start and are safe for use around over 400 flowers, vegetables, trees, and shrubs. Best of all, they give you 3 months of freedom from weeding in just 4 easy steps. You can apply Preen anytime before or during the growing season. But since it's a weed preventer, not a weed killer, early spring is best. Here's how. Start by removing existing weeds and their roots in the area where you want to apply Preen. Sprinkle granules directly onto dry soil, mulch, or stone so that they're evenly spaced. Within 24 hours of applying, integrate the granules into the top layer of soil or mulch or stone-covered bed. Finally, water with a hose or sprinkler, or a well-timed soaking rain to activate the protective weed barrier. When activated, Preen creates an invisible weed-fighting barrier just below the soil surface that targets and prevents weed seeds from sprouting and forming roots. People and pets may enter the treated area once dusts have settled and the area is thoroughly dry from watering or first rain. That's it. Now you'll have a beautiful weed-free space and 3 months to do anything but weeding. Satisfaction guaranteed. Trusted for over 50 years, Preen is America's #1 weed preventer brand with weed preventers for every type of garden.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
So hi, my name's Christy. I am a wife, a mother of 3 children. I am a sister and an aunt of lots of nieces and nephews, and I'm also a substitute teacher. So my everyday life changed by going to appointments, a lot of appointments, a lot of scans. During the treatment, my body just got weaker, so I wasn't as active with my children and with my husband. So I was laying on the couch a lot more. I'm an active person, and so that just didn't sit well with me, but that's how it changed. My body was just weaker, and I couldn't do the things that I used to do. So there was a lady in where I live from a local church who had heard that I had breast cancer, and she sent me a letter just reaching out for support, and she actually said that she's the one that told me about Trisha's Hope and that I should contact them, so I did. So specifically, I wasn't able to really work during my treatment or anything like that, so the grant that I was able to get helped me pay my bills, provide gas money. I was driving to and from treatments, and so it helped a lot with bills and everything. I would just say I am so grateful for Trisha's Hope and for all the people that have donated, because I don't know what I would have done without them.
Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway, race number 2 of the round of 12 here in the Stacy Strong Cup Series. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us tonight as we get underway. Already 76 laps in the books. We're on our way toward lap 120. A total distance of 188 laps. Austin Call leads the way. We apologize for the extended commercial break, but we've got to get these ads in. That's what they pay us for. And we just yammered for over an hour and 10 minutes, so everybody needs a break every now and then.
Everybody also needs a hobby, too.
Yeah, mine's running ads.
But nonetheless, Austin Call still right out front leading this piece. And now, it's, we spent stage 1 figuring out what we have. But look at Matt Miller out there running 6th position right now. Just outside the top 5, he's got Chris Davis in that Beast Mode Toyota. The 2 Toyota teams working together. Well, sorry, Chevrolet. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hold your breath for this one, folks.
Don't go on board with somebody else on the wreck.
I don't want to go on board. That's bad. That's bad juju.
Oh.
It's going to get hairier than the knuckles of a drunk.
I mean, every time I see him, me and Matt are teammates on Thursday nights. We occasionally work together here on Sim Racing Media. And now he's up here. I mean, has the world gone mad?
Here they come out of turn 4 back into the tri-oval. Austin Call with control of the field for the time being, but that low line starting to load up a bunch of energy there and they're trying to get some momentum built up, but there's a ton of speed up here on the high line. Of course, those drivers able to push one another faster and faster. I mean, you know, as we roll out of turn 2 and onto the back chute, wow, watch the 48 go. The 48 just hit 193 coming out of 2 down the backstretch. 194, 95. Looks like they're going to top out at 196 miles per hour going into 3.
Oh, Dylan Banks gets a little bit loose.
Oh, no.
Austin Call.
Austin Call nearly took out the entire field. If he would have come up any more, he would have had a very angry field behind him.
Yeah, 30 other drivers have been highly upset with Austin Call. They would have virtually needed Lincoln, Alabama's finest that scored Austin Call out of Alabama.
Yeah, I don't know if the Alabama State Troopers are enough.
Matt Mettler right in. Oh. Matt's really got to square up on Austin Call next time he bumps him.
Well, here they come into turn number 3, 3 wide. We're still staying here with Austin Call. He's the meat in this sandwich. Chris Davis now rides the high side. The 45 of Noah Hamilton, he's the high side.
They're going to be... Oh. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. We're going to stay with this battle here with Austin Call. He's right now essentially the meat in the proverbial sandwich. Still got a long ways to go. Austin Call, come on, get it back to 2 wide there. Right now we're looking at Austin Call there in that number 40 car. Matt Mettler running 6th position right now. Looks like the outside line's got the advantage. Austin Call might... Oh, here comes Chris Davis going to the inside line. And... Oh no, oh no, oh no. Here we go. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. Here comes the 94 car to the inside line. Give the advantage to Dylan Banks on that outside line. Paul Hill running in 2nd. Here comes. Oh. Paul Hill in the number 6, Austin Call in the inside line. He's bailed on the outside. Right now, Paul Hill and Austin Call are essentially running away with it. There's Keith Long in its 71 car. 71. Car. Keith Long running 3rd position right now. Yes.
Alan, I'm going to need you to take over production here for a little while if you can grab control of SDK.
Got it.
I am being called in to work at the day job.
Right now we're looking at Paul Hill in that number 6 car and Austin Call in that number 40 car right there in 2nd position. We're going to go all the way down here to Matt Long, who's currently running in 9th position here. And he's got Ron fitting to his outside. Yep. Then 4.
Folks, I'll be back just as soon as possible, but I will leave you in the capable hands of Alan Bergen as the real world calls and it's time to run to work.
Paul Hill. Oh, we have almost had calamity. Easy, boys. Easy, easy. Here comes Chris Davis. Is this going to be the Chris Davis show with Dylan Banks? Running 1-2, and here comes that 48 car of Tyler Hunter. And, Ron Fitting and Noah Hamilton need a boat. I know a guy. Oh, we got calamity. Calamity. Yellow flag is out. As we're going to come back out to the live picture here. Let's see who it was for. Nunemaker, maybe? Nunemaker. And let's see here. Let's see if we can get a go back to the chopper. There we go. The Nunemaker is gonna get the 57 car. Corey Miles gets collected. Maybe Diego Rodriguez? Nope. Meanwhile, as Dave Regal has mentioned, the real world calls and we're under pit stops, so let's do this. Pick a driver who can chat with here. So they're going to come down and do wholesale pit stops here on lap number 86 of 188. As it looks like Matt Mack and Matt Long, Tane Heidesen, there we go. It looks like working line number 87, Neil Pearson leading this piece right now. We are under caution for the 5th time this evening. And was actually looking for someone to maybe chat with. Is Neil Pearson going to come down to pit road here? As we are going to Up 25 spots. That is Mike McConville in that number 1 car. Of JRTCR. These guys are going to get lined up 2 by 2, Noah's Ark style behind that iRacing.com pace car. Keith Long and Matt Long, just the Matt Long and Keith Long show. Keith Long up 26 spots from where he started from. As the iRacing.com pace car brings the field down out of that turn 1-2 complex. When these guys go back to green, we will see Matt Long and Keith Long side by side as the lights are out on the iRacing.com pace car. Field's heading into that turn 1-2 complex. Barney got the yellow flag, getting ready to switch that flag over to green. Waiting patiently on the field. Here we go. Field coming to the Geico restart zone. 3, 2, 1, wait for it. And we are back to green flag racing. Keith Long brings us back to green. Down that long back straightaway. We widen things out here. Matt Long dropping back to that 4th position. Tyler Hunter, though, he's out front. And he's got Dylan Banks all sorts of whistling right now. Paul Hill riding in that 3rd position. Don't look any further. Keith Long in that number 71 car. He is up on the outside. The outside trying to gain some momentum here as we're working lap number 90 of 188, working our way towards lap 120 to the end of the stage. These guys are starting to get single filed out here just a little bit. Here comes Tyler Hunter in that number 48 car. Austin Call going to the inside. Austin Call trying to get to the middle line, trying to provide Paul Hill some help. Keith Long back to the outside, along with Paul Hill. Austin Call hung out in the middle. Austin Call dropping positions, bleeding positions right now. These guys are jockeying for position real hard right now. Chris Claude up to 7th position. He's on that inside line. Matt Long down 7 positions, trying anything, and I mean anything to get back up, or just getting, oh, we got trouble. 80 car goes around, Paul Hill involved. Oh no. Oh no. Matt Long crashed. He was involved in that crash. So we go high above the, the 80 car. And I believe the 80 car is Mark Johnston. Chad Sander went off track. Here's the start of this wreck. Mac Johnston gets into Matt Long and Paul Hill gets collected. Oh boy. Yikes, what a tough break. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Tyler Hunter finds himself out in the lead. With Austin Call, with Chris Davis, Mike McConville, who's currently running third. And meanwhile, we get a chance. We're going to talk to Mike McConville, Mikey Mack, out of Cape May, New Jersey. We're going to bring him up to the booth. Mikey Mack, it's Alan up here in the SRM booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How we doing?
Hey, man, look, Dave had an emergency call, but I figured I'd give you a little bit of airtime and talk about that Mets scheme that made, Dave Regal just want to barf in his mouth.
Look, today's game made me want to barf in my mouth, man. We took the lead, twice, 3 times, and then we choked it away with Edwin Diaz. Bruh. But it's all right. We stole one in Philly, which is more than anyone was giving us credit for. Now we just got to protect the home field, and we're going on to the next round.
And we joke about this all the time. Myself, Dave Regal, you, and Father Frank, we always, for 162 games a year, we're all bitter enemies.
Oh, yeah.
But then once the end of the playoffs, our team gets eliminated, okay, we go back to being best friends again. But, as we're approaching lap 120 here in this second stage, what's your strategy right now as far as moving up through the field? Because right now, you're right in third position. Who do you hook up with as we get ready to get rocking and rolling here in a few laps?
My big plan is just to survive. I'm sure it's going to get even wilder than what it's already been coming down in the late stages of this race. And if I can make it to at least 5 to go, then we're going to go with whoever's around.
Yeah, and so I know you run a lot on Monday nights and Tuesday nights. Does being in a Cup car help you with figuring out the Xfinity car and maybe the trucks?
Maybe a little bit, just with what the track might do if the temperatures and the wind is all the same. So like what changes to make. But they're so different nowadays that mechanically there's not much you can take from one to the other.
All right, man, we're going to let you get back at it. We'll get you back up to your JRTC teammates, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of this piece.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yep, and that was the voice of Mike McConville out of the JARTRC stable. As we get ready to get rocking and rolling here one more time. Tyler Hunter, Chris Davis on the front row for this one. As we get ready to come back to green at lap number 94 of 188. We are within that 100 lap mark. The iRacing.com pace car brings that field down the long back straightaway. Do the turns 3-4 complex. Dave Regal should be back momentarily. And, you know, these guys will, you know, I would put this whole field into a top split race any day of the week. Working caution number 6 here. As we are coming out of turns 3 and 4. iRacing.com pace car going to give control of the field to Tyler Hunter and Chris Davis. There's Barney in the flag stand. As we're going to go on board with Alex Princeton there. We're back to green flag racing. Alex Princeton out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota. He's on the high line. Mike McConville, the tail of 2 lines, up to the gearbox. As he's got Ryan Samuelson out of Westminster, Maryland, pushing McConville for all it's worth. You can see Tyler Hunter getting stuck on the outside line. Chris Davis, Mike McConville running that inside line. Tyler Hunter running 3rd in that line. Well, he's on the outside rather. And he's got the 19 car of Alex Princeton all over his back bumper, working lap number 96. Here we go. Here comes Sean Rocket Rogers on the outside. He's up 23 spots. And he's bringing Matt Mettler right along with him. Oh, this is almost like magic. Here comes Matt Mettler on the outside line, helping Sean Rocket Rogers. Rogers running 5th. Matt Mettler running 7th. Chris Davis, Mike McConville, Ryan Samuelson, a 3-car breakaway here, lap number 97. Working our way towards lap 120. Mettler, Rogers, right behind each other, running 5th and 6th. Here comes Matt Mettler on the outside line. He's trying to make it work. He's got Bobby Anderson right with him. And right behind Bobby Anderson is Kavaja holding that 00 car. Oh, goodness. Hang on to her. Chris Davis, Mike McConville, Ryan Samuelson. That breakaway has now dwindled. Tyler Hunter back there 4th. As Sean Rogers, gets a bump from Mettler. Who in turn gets a bump to that number 81 car. Ryan Samuelson up to the lead. Sean Rogers going to drive it down to the inside line. Matt Mettler is still on the outside line. Chris Davis and Sean Rogers all hooked up. There's your eyeball test as we have trouble. Ooh, Neil Pearson into the wall. We have a caution. Neil Pearson crashes. Let's see what happens here. As we had just come to lap number 99. And it looks like the 01 car gets into the 58 of Neil Pearson. We're getting ready to come back to green here on lap number 101 of 188 laps. We got 102 laps are in the books now. Right now, Tyler Hunter, your lead car in this pack, with Ron Fitting right behind him in second position. Mike McConville, who is all the way back there in 12th, mired inside that inside line, or outside line rather. Alex Princeton still leading this, really leading the charge, started right where he started from, in that 4th position. As we get ready to go, working our way towards lap 120. I want to thank everybody for being here in the YouTube.com live chat. As Dave Regal has attended to a world emergency. So you're stuck with me, as John Mozeliak would say. This Claude find himself racing around Matt Mettler there. Mettler running 12th. Chris Davis in the 14th position, right where he started from. Matt Mettler is up 12 positions. Eric Papineau is out there in that 22 spots and climbing. They're in that number 17 car. But here comes Tyler Hunter, and we are getting on the north side of crazy. Working lap 104 of 188. Want to thank everybody for making Sim Racing Media and the Stacy Strong SRM Cup Series your entertainment destination here on a Sunday night. Mike McConville running in 4th position, trying to take the Mets to not only a playoff win, but, a race win here. Don Rockin' Rogers up 24 spots, running in 6th. And they're going to get doubled up. Here comes Matt Cox on the outside line. Give it a bump to the 48 car, Tyler Hunter. Sean Rogers go to the outside. He's going to fake inside. Meanwhile, Dylan Banks on the inside line, and what a move. Matt Mettler going to jump to the outside line and get behind Tyler Hunter. Matt Mettler in the 64 car. On the outside line. The outside line's got nothing right now. Matt Cox leading the way. Sean Rocket Rogers on the inside. Here comes Dylan Banks out of the line. And here comes the 81 car of Alex Princeton. Princeton wow. Take it easy there, guys. Take it easy. Easy. That's Ryan Samuelson in the number 81 car. Excuse me. Not knowing that, I'll do better next time. Here comes Dylan Banks in the middle line. Matt Cox going to the outside. Sean Rockin' Rogers to the lead. Chris Davis following right behind him. Matt Mettler mired at 10th position right now. Chris Claude finds himself up in 7th, or 8th rather. Oh boy. Working lap 107 of 188. We're on the home stretch of this one. Matt Cox. On the outside line. Bobby Anderson running in the top 10. There's Alex Princeton in that middle line. Matt Mettler gets down to the inside line. He's running nice. He's solidly in the top 10. Helping out Chris Cotton. Working one lap 108 as they come down to the dial to get lap 109. They're 3 wide. Austin calling outside. Bobby Anderson. Oh, I don't like this one at all. Not a good time to be 3 wide. Matt Mettler having a pretty good run so far. Haven't got to talk about him too much throughout the race here, as he is currently running in that 10th position. Here comes Sean Rockin' Rogers. And these 3, they get hooked up. It's going to be a long night for a lot of these guys. Sean Rogers, Chris Davis, Mike McConville in that number 1 car. Amanda Price is probably jumping up and down earlier and cheering on Sean Rockin' Rogers. Cody McCorkle finds himself up there in that 4th position. And second verse, same as the first, we have 178 laps, or 110 laps are in the books. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. There's more action in the middle of the field than there is at a Waffle House at 3 a.m. We're working our way towards lap 120. We got 9 laps to go. A handful left to go. 8 laps to go here in the stage. Right now we're with Ryan Samuelson, Bobby Anderson. Normally the Candyman, today delivering the Interstate battery powered number 18 up to the top 5, right behind Cody McCorkle. Matt Cox there in that number 36, that Chicago Bears paint scheme. The Bears. Sean Rockin' Rogers continues to lead the way, sitting high, wide, and handsome up there at the top of this piece. And he's got Chris Davis right behind him. Sean Rogers stole stage 1. Can he do pretty much the same thing here in stage 2? As we are getting down to it, 8 or 7 laps to go, rather. 7 to go here in stage 2. Matt Mettler finds himself running 7th position, up 18 spots. And so you see it. Sean Rogers being pushed by Chris Davis. Mike McConville running in that third position. Cody McCorkle. Cody McCorkle running in fourth. Bobby Anderson running in fifth. Currently down 4 spots. Started in that second position. Dylan Banks running 6th right now. And he's on the outside line. He's got Samuelson right along with him there in that number 81 car. And then you got Princeton back there in that 9th position. Make that sense. As the inside line makes just a little bit more hay. Sean Rockin' Rogers continues to fit high, wide, and handsome. Chris Davis. He continues to make it back in the 6th position. But here comes Dylan Banks on the outside line looking. We got 5 laps to go here in stage 2. Stage 2, and then don't look now, kids. Here comes, oh boy, Ryan Samuelson running in 6th. Who's going to take stage 2? 4 laps to go. Matt Long on the apron of the racetrack, getting out of the way of the lead back. Mike McConville in that number 1, taking the Mets to the front. They're starting to jockey for a position here to get the best finish they can in stage 2. Sean Rogers, Dylan Banks. Oh, they're 3 wide in the back of this pack. There's Cavaggio Holt there. That's what we're looking at right now. And there's a lot of action here in that Trisha Hope. That Trisha's Hope number 00, that Ford Mustang. Larry Miles to the outside. There's Mark Johnson, number 8 car. Dane Hodgson in that number 93 car. It's about to get real good. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, here comes Sean Rockin' Rogers. Coming to get 3 to go here in the stage. Chris Davis. Right behind Sean Rockin' Rogers. They're going to go to the outside. They're going to kill the run. They got lap cars. What does Sean Rockin' Rogers do when they get to the lap cars? It's Michael Witt, Jeff Carson, and Noah Hamilton all going laps down. As the field makes evasive action here. Coming to get 2 laps to go. Chris Davis. Sean Rogers bails on. Ooh! Rogers into the grass. What a save. What a save. Sean Rogers goes off track. That is going to hurt him. Dylan Banks to the lead. Samuelson. Ryan Samuelson. A second. Chris Davis mired all the way back in the 10th. He's going to fall to the top 10. If you were betting on Sean Rockin' Rogers to sweep the stage, that's probably not going to happen. But here comes Matt Long. He's going to try to pull off. He's going to try to pull off the end of the in still stage 2. 1 lap to go in stage number 2. Lap 120. Dylan Banks Here comes Matt Cox. He's gonna go to the point. They're bumping in the turn. You don't want to do it. Austin Hall hard into the wall. Austin Hall is slow on the racetrack. Matt Cox continues to lead. We stay green. Oh, here we go. It's not going to be good. Eric Papino looking to the inside. A little side draft action. And Eric Papino is going to take stage 2. Eric Papino pulling off the upset in stage 2. Oh, wow. Kavaja Holtz will finish second in stage 2. Or finish third in stage 2. Dylan Banks will finish second. Samuelson. Oh, my word. Eric Papino in at number 17 car. Meineke will be the sponsors on that race car. He is going to take stage 2. With Banks, Holt, Samuelson, and Hunter, Hodgson, Princeton, Anderson, Cox, and Chris Davis running out your top 10. As these guys are going to go and get their services done. Oh boy, what an end to the stage. As everything just went haywire for the field. Lap 121, and Eric Papino brings the field down the pit road. We're going to have wholesale pit stops here. Lap 121. Vaja Holt. And we're going to try to get a hold of your stage 2 winner as soon as we see him come off of pit road. There he is. And we're going to go hunt down Mr. Eric Papino. And we get eyes on Eric. Oh boy. I don't see Mr. Papino in the Discords here. I don't see him. I don't see Eric Papino. Nonetheless, working our ninth caution for cause. This is their ninth caution due to the stage end. Let's talk to... Oh, there he is. Eric Papino, Alan, and Dave up to your next turn. Boots, you got a copy. Maybe. And looks like he's going to decline the interview there. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes these guys are a little too focused up, and As we're going to get lined up 2 by 2 nose arc style behind the iRacing.com pace car. Nonetheless, stage 2 winner goes to Eric Papineau in the number 17 car. Dylan Banks to the outside as Mike McConville is still on pit road. Austin Call has put it on the hauler for the night. John Rogers finds himself in 15th after mowing the grass for to take it Talladega, Alabama Speedway. Eric Papineau is going to be your leader here as we get ready to come back to green for stage number 3. We have a short 60 lap run. Matt Mettler is going to find himself lined up on the outside on that outside line. He's going to be lined up next to Chris Claude, the chief cook and bottle washer here at SNN. These guys get ready to come out of that turn 3-4 complex. iRacing.com pace car going to turn the field over to Eric Papineau and Dylan Banks. These guys come through the tribal. Getting ready to bring the field back to green. To the Geico restart zone. Eric Papineau on the button. And we are back to green flag racing here for the start stage number 3. As these guys come thundering down that long back straightaway. Coming into turn number 3. Eric Papineau continues to lead here on lap 124 of 188. And he's got Cavaggio Holtz to his inside. Samuelson just got hooked up with Dylan Banks. We have a new leader. Cavaggio Holt running in that's the second car. He's going to be third. Comes Dylan Banks on the outside. He's got Ryan Samuelson with him with that 81 car. Alex Princeton in the number 19 car. He's right now, he's in 5th position. Look at that number 93 car, Tate Hodgson. He's up there near the front. Chris Davis, son, Rockin' Rogers, pulling out a line, going to the extreme outside, taking that junior line around Talladega. Alex Princeton to go through with him. Chris Davis shaking to the inside, says nope, maybe not. We are under our 10th caution of the afternoon. Cody McCorkle. Cody McCorkle gets, and Paul Hill just gets a bad bump to Mark Johnson. And, gets it right in the quarter panel, and Chris Claude is involved. Yikes. Eric Papineau, your stage 2 winner. These guys are going to get caught up to the iRacing.com pace car. Working our way towards lap 188. We're on lap 127. Eric Papineau getting lined up behind that iRacing.com pace car. And right now, Dylan Banks running second. Vaja Holt running third. Samuelson running fourth. Bobby Anderson, your top 5 as these guys are going to come down. Eric Papineau is going to stay out. This is when you save that last little bit of tires. Want to give a shout out to the high side hustler Jensen Fager out of Bloomington, Illinois, who took the Cars Dirt Car Late Model Series Championship at Talladega Speedway last night. And Dollar, Illinois' own Michael Long, who's the Modified Series Championship winner and a main winner from Saturday night. Mike McKinney wins Friday night at the Fairbury Speedway out of Plainfield, Illinois, and Brian Shirley out of Chatham, Illinois will take the Friday night win in that A main also. Working lap 128 of 188, Eric Papineau. Larry Miles finds himself up 33 spots from where he started. The 0-1 of Matt Mackin. Dylan Banks running out your top 5. For everybody just joining us, we're at lap 128 with, well, Matt Metler running in 12th position right now. He's up 13 spots. Chris Davis, the last car in the top 10. As we are getting set here, Dallas Cowboys are up 3-0 over the Pittsburgh Steelers here on Sunday Night Football. As it is first and 10, Pittsburgh's ball. Meanwhile, these are here on lap 129. These guys are going to get lined up behind that iRacing.com pace car. As Justin Fields takes the field. First and 10 on the 25-yard line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Eric Papineau is going to be leading this thing coming back to green. Larry Miles is going to be running second position. The 84 car of Logan Giesbrecht running third currently. Under the 10th caution for a cause. Lights are still on the iRacing.com pace car. We are 11 minutes into Sunday Night Football. Lights should be going out right now on the iRacing.com pace car. Just time by. Did see the lights get extinguished this time by? There we go. We are 1 to green. Capino Miles going to be your front row. Giesbrecht, Matt Mackin will be your second row. And then you got Banks and Holtz. Working lap number 30, 58 laps to go. Here in this one. Larry Miles currently running second. Eric Papineau going to be lining up on the inside of the first row. We work our way down that really long back straightaway. Talladega is one of those racetracks where everybody is partying and a race breaks out. The iRacing.com pace car brings the field down through the 3-4 complex. Geico restart zone awaits Eric Papineau and Larry Miles. Down to the trioval. Unlike Daytona, the start-finish line sits at the beginning of turn number 1. Papineau, Miles through the restart zone. We are back to green flag racing. Eric Papineau to the lead. Here comes Larry Miles trying to make a move on the outside. Here comes Ryan Samuelson. And he's bringing Chris Davis. Matt Butler gets put into the wall. Oh, man. And the proverbial dynamite just broke loose. Mettler gets sent straight to the wall there. And just as soon as we come to green, we go back to caution flag. That one was involving the 01 car. Let's go to where the yellow came out at. Let's go to Matt Mettler. Let's go to Paul Hill. Paul Hill gets sent. Oh, gets in the 56 car. Oh, man, the 80 car, Mark Johnson, just happens to be there. And calamity just happened. Matt Mettler's damage don't look so bad. It's gonna put him up there in 5th. He just got into the wall just a little bit. This should be a quickie caution. As I'm sure Dave Regal is watching from afar. Matt Miller's on pit road. Larry Miles, well, he's out front. And Amanda Rogers, guess what? Sean Rockin' Rogers is out front too. He's in second position. Mr. Wicked Gaming. Yes, I know Talladega, Alabama is wrong. It's Lincoln, Alabama. It's the Talladega Superspeedway. I excel in geography class. I really do. Wesley Napier, Cox with the Ugly Bears car. Look, I have about as much in common with football as I do with golf. Working lap 133 of 188 laps here from Talladega Superspeedway in Lincoln, Alabama. Larry Miles is leading this one with Sean Rockin' Rogers to his outside. Ryan Samuelson continues riding at third position. We're working lap 133 of 188 laps. Chris Davis back up to the top 5. Matt Metler down in 19th position. He's going to catch the field. Odin McCorkle, Mike McConville running 18th and 19th respectively. So we're going to get lined up 2 by 2. Noah's Ark's out behind at iRacing.com pace car. So far we have no update from Dave Regal except he had a leaky pipe he had to go work on. Larry Miles, Sean Rogers in control of the field here once the iRacing.com pace car peels off there the racing surface. The lights are out around the speedway and on the pace car. We get ready to get on the business end of this race here. Working lap 134, going to be 135 when we come back to green flag racing. It's a handful of laps to go here. The one thing about YouTube is if I'm wrong, they'll let me know. iRace.com pace car is going to pull off the racing surface. Give the field to Sean Rogers and Larry Miles. Larry Miles is going to be leading the thing back to green flag racing here. Did that Geico restart zone? Larry Miles on the button. And we're back to green flag racing here. Lap 134, crossing the line for lap 135 right now. Larry Miles out to an early lead, gets the whole shot. Chris Davis pushing Sean Rockin' Rogers there on the outside line. Will it be enough? Does Sean Rogers have enough to get by Larry Miles? He does. But here comes Stan Hoddison in that number 93 car. Not to mention, here comes Alex Brinson. He's coming along too. Alex Brinson saying, wait for me, wait for me. Noah Hamilton riding in that 5th position. Matt Metler quietly running 14th, now 13th. Here comes the 56 car. That would be Brian Nunemaker. He is running 12th. Working lap 136. Sean Rockin' Rogers has the whole inside line full of Chris Davis, Tane Hodgson, Alex Princeton, Noah Hamilton, Bobby Anderson, Tyler Hunter, Eric Papino, your stage 2 winner, Matt Cox, who's currently running 9th, Ryan Samuelson, and guess what? Matt Miller is back up to 11th. Matt Mettler doing a well of a job here tonight. Chris Davis pushing Sean Rockin' Rogers like nobody's business. These guys are single filed out for the time being. This is when you got to start thinking about it. Lap 137 of 188. What's old is new. What's new is old. Here comes Sean Rockin' Rogers, Chris Davis, Tane Hodgson. Don't look now. Here comes in the Mountain Dew Code Red Toyota. Here comes Noah Hamilton rather. Alex Princeton just right in front of him. These guys are finally going to start playing nice. Left 188 or 138 of 188 in the books. Sean Rockin' Rogers, Chris Davis, Tane Hodgson, Princeton Hamilton. What we're gonna do is we're gonna step aside and we're gonna do a little turn it up for you. Working lap 141, Sean Rogers continues to lead here with Chris Davis right behind him there in that second position. Tane Hodgson running third. Alex Princeton running fourth. Noah Hamilton rounding out your top five. You put a blanket over all five of those cars. Here comes Bobby Anderson. Matt Cox has got to run. He's got Matt Butler right behind him there in that ninth position. Can Cox and Mettler get something going here? As we are 3 wide Thinking about making a 4 wide. There's a lap car right in front of these guys. Don Rockin' Rogers continues to lead. Sitting high, wide, and anthem. Chris Davis, Tate Hodgson. That's Chris Claude on the inside, losing a lap. Noah Hamilton going up top where Mama hides the cookies. And that would be Noah Hamilton and Tate Hodgson. But Matt Cox in that line along with Matt Butler. We're back to 3 wide action. Oh goodness, here we go. Here we go. Back to 3 wide racing. Oh, Sean Rogers in the lead right now. There's another lap car. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. This is going to be very, very bad. What did they do with this one? The outside line had to take evasive action. It's almost going to pinch Hodgson. Don Rockin' Rogers to the lead. Here comes Tyler Hunter in that number 48 car. Don Rockin' Rogers. Chris Davis doing Chris Davis type thing. He's going to push John Rogers to the lead. Here comes Alex Princeton on the third line. Third that middle line. Here comes the inside line. The inside line's led by Tyler Hunter and Ryan Samuelson in that number 81 car. This one here's got all the makings of a barn burner. Give the advantage to the outside line. Tyler Hunter trying to make a comeback there on the inside line. High above the Talladega Superspeedway. Samantha Malloy cheering on Tane, OC Tane. That's their 3 wide back there right around. Oh boy. Tate Hodgson riding in 5th position right now. The 3 wide right around the Rich Jet area. Matt Cox. John Wilco. Here comes Mike McConville, Mikey Mack from Cape May, New Jersey. Amanda Price saying let's LFG Sean. Trying to will Sean to the win. Sean Rogers running second right now. Tyler Hunter on the inside line. He's going to try to take the line away. Working lap 147 to 188. Dylan Banks in number 70 car. He's down low. Chris Davis pushing that pink car, 44 car of Sean Rogers to the lead. Tyler Hunter going to go block the run. I don't know if I'd have done that. Here comes Dylan Banks. Dylan Banks has been strong all night long. Here comes Ryan Samuelson. Samuelson. Banks. Samuelson, Banks. Hunter up there in the middle line. Sean Rockin' Rogers right behind Tyler Hunter. Oh, goodness. Amanda Price cheering on Sean Rockin' Rogers. Chris Davis right there in that number 74 car. Right there in third position. Here comes Bobby Anderson. Trying to get to number 18. Back up to the front. Tyler Hunter continues to lead. The out of bounds line is in place here tonight. Here comes Tyler Hunter. John Rockin' Rogers, Chris Davis, all within striking distance. Bobby Anderson hoping these guys make a mistake. Here comes Matt Cox. We're 3 wide around Matt Cox, Matt Mettler, and oh, this is not going to be well. Noah Hamilton on the outside. Matt Mettler stuck on the inside, stuck in the middle with you. Don't want to be the victim of a bad bump. The inside line led by Matt Cox is picking up steam. Matt Cox going to go to the outside line. Bobby Anderson going to side draft 81 car of Samuelson. Here comes Matt Mettler, still holding on to the sliver of hope that is Bobby Anderson. Mettler just to the outside of Ryan Samuelson. Ryan Samuelson's got to know that he's there. Samuelson on the inside, just on the inside of Matt Mettler. Matt Mettler running 10th right now. Tyler Hunter continues to lead here at lap 150. 151 now. Tyler Hunter, Sean Rogers. Here comes Cody McCorkle to the outside. He's bringing Noah Hamilton with him. Kane Addison is going to get into the mix. Matt Mettler once again hanging on to the top 10. Hey, sliding back in just sideways is our esteemed partner, Dave Regal. Dave, you had missed. I feel bad for what you had to deal with. But as we turn things back over to you.
And there's our beautiful colors and everything back since you had to play second fiddle. Folks, I want to thank you for your patience as I was not available. Had to go run and do the real life job. To be fair, it pays more than what we're doing here tonight. 152 laps in the books. I was listening to you, Alan, and it seems like it's been a barn burner tonight. Right now, Tyler Hunter leads this race on the side of the car here, and he's right now got to get ready. Whoa! Look at the bump out of the 44 behind Cody McCorkle. The Cabela's machine holding on to the low line, and here comes Alex Princeton. Wow!
Oh.
Knifing the 45 out of the way. Just about 35 to go.
I will tell you this right now, Dave. There's been more action on this racetrack than there is at a Waffle House at 3 a.m.
Well, they're 3 wide from, whoa boy, watch the 93, they're getting a little squirrely. Kavaja Holt now gets underneath the 45 of Noah Hamilton.
Well, just
now the 48 slides backwards.
Just to bring up the speed, Spectrum ended up crashing on my end.
Happens.
Let's see here. Eric Papineau ended up pulling off a Sean Rogers and dealing stage 2. And then here we are at lap 154.
And now Papineau sits in 11th.
Well, I think the world has gone mad because Matt Mettler is sitting here at lap 154, is riding in the top 5. So, I mean, dogs are meowing, cats are barking.
Here we are in lap 155. Everybody now calms themselves back down. This has just been kind of a pattern that I've noticed all night where, you know, for a few laps we'll suddenly go 3 wide and all of a sudden they're fighting like cats and dogs, and next thing you know, things calm back down.
Well, I tell you right now, Mike McConville, Mikey Mack, is in a New York state of mind with that number 1 car, as he is currently riding in 8th position on the inside line. And, you know, also while you're away, Sean Rogers decided he's going to mow the grass here at Talladega Superspeedway. And Mr. Wicked, correcting my geography, as if I don't know what geography or what the state is, and where Talladega is actually located, which is Lincoln, Alabama. But hey, we'll give that one to him. Like I said, Talladega, Alabama. Sorry.
It happens.
Sue me. Sue me.
Go ahead. Sue him. Cody McCorkle leads this race now in the number 82 Cabela's Chevrolet Camaro. 4 Chevrolets and 1 blue oval, and that blue oval is piloted by Bobby Anderson, who's giving a shove right now to the 19. The 18 and the 19, 18, 17, all in a row here on the top line, brought up by the 88. That's Michael Witt. Now, Witt, it looks like, is down at least 10 laps, but he's obviously got all the damage done here and is back into a fighting mode, if you will.
All he can do
30 laps to go. These drivers not ready to give up any kind of real estate.
All Michael Witt can do right now is help his teammates, help anybody right now, get up to the front. And, you know, Amanda Price is definitely cheering on Sean Rogers. Got to be jumping up and down. As, you know, Sean Rogers took a bad bump at the end of stage 2 from Chris Davis, but goes on to fight another day after mowing the grass. Austin Collins back the wall some laps prior to the end of stage 2, and his night is done effectively after that incident.
Just before I had gone out, Sean Rogers had towed to the pits, and obviously that is now fixed. Amanda Price saying, LFG, Sean, we know what that means. Let's flip and go. And at one point, Mama Mac said there were no playoff drivers in the top 10, but now that has definitely changed. 5 of them now out of the top 10. Papineau, Anderson, Rogers, Davis, and Hodison. All of those drivers, playoff drivers, with those implications, of course, looking forward to the cut week next week. But moving forward tonight, it looks like Alex Princeton and Bobby Anderson now sliding in front of Eric Papineau. 19, 18, 17, 1, 2, 3 they go. Side by side is the 82 and the 88. We see the 44 now splitting off, and here we are for what should be the money stop with 30 laps to go. Everybody scurrying down pit road.
Chris Davis locked him up.
Smoke but no fire.
Oh dear is what I say to my wife every night. Oh dear.
12 cars all at once. That's going to be one powerful pack once they get 4 tires and a tank of Go Fast. Right now it looks like fuel only.
I mean,
the 19 and the 18, they're going to scurry off a pit road. The 18's going to lead the way. Here they are. Of course, I'm going to watch Mikey Mack here in the 1 machine as he's now right behind the 19 of Alex Princeton.
Oh boy. Mikey Mack from Cape May, New Jersey, sporting the Mets colors tonight. And, you know, Dave, I did get a chance to talk to Mikey Mack while you were away. And, you know, truth be told, He definitely loves to give you a good ribbing during baseball season.
Yeah, he knows what he did tonight.
Well, hey,
He hurt me right in my heart.
Oh, come on. Well, in other news, the Pittsburgh Steelers had managed to tie it up at the end of the first quarter, 3-3. Here on Sunday Night Football against your favorite football team, who does not happen to be Philadelphia.
Yeah, 30 seconds left here at the end of the first quarter. They were in a rain delay.
How do you? Okay, there must have been lightning.
More than likely. Cowboys with only 311 rushing yards, last in the NFL. Prescott looks. Oh, and he just. Oh, Nikes. You know what? I shouldn't have even looked. I shouldn't have even looked at the television.
Are you watching on Peacock or NBC?
It's on NBC.
Okay,
I got.
Well, there's
you know why the NBC logo is a peacock?
No idea.
It's not even sexual. Yeah, I can turn it sexual if you like. NBC was the first television network to broadcast in color. They wanted to show that off.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember that one. Well, I tell you what, Mike McConville out of Cape May, New Jersey, is not only taking that car to the front, running top 3, but he's trying to, like, he's really going to be in if he finishes race in the top 3. Bobby Anderson in that number 18 Interstate Battery Ford Mustang. I almost said Toyota there. He is leading his piece with Alex Princeton. They got a 6-car breakaway.
Watch him go 6 cars all in a row.
I mean, you really don't miss much here at Talladega. Eric Papineau, your Stage 2 winner, declined the mid-race interview, but that's okay. He had other things to focus on. Don Rockin' Rogers mired back there in that 13th position. And everybody came down on lap 158. Now we're all spread out.
158 was where they came down. That should be the money stop. We're working lap 163 now. Bobby Anderson, your race leader. This is where that last battle is going to be. Let's take a look at John Wilco here. He's holding on for dear life to that 12th spot in the point standings. And I got to be honest, this may be his only opportunity to pick up the win, as next week, of course, going to be the Roval, for reasons that I feel like are unholy. I hate the Roval.
Sadly, we're going to be at the Roval on Thursday night, too, with our Racers Elite family of racing.
Not happy.
I'll be in the fields.
Seems like TJ Watt is one heck of a player. I'm glad they can celebrate him. There's nothing else to celebrate in Dallas, that's for sure. I'm so tired of these people. God.
So right now, Pittsburgh's lined up out of the I formation. Justin Fields snaps the ball, and they're going to run the ball right at the field.
That doesn't work out very well. Bobby Anderson, Alex Princeton, Mike McConville, Cody McCorkle, and Eric Papineau. That's your top 5. They're followed by Dylan Banks, Chris Davis, Noah Hamilton, John Wilco, and Tane Hodison. As I had mentioned earlier, here's your teaser for the week. Make sure that you tune in on Tuesday night for the Truck Series, as Hodison will have a new paint scheme on the deck lid of his pickup truck.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to turn it. Oh, then they're gonna call that one back, Dave.
Oh, happy day.
We're gonna redo first now.
Stepping out of line is the 45 of Noah Hamilton. He's gonna. Oh. I don't know
Unscheduled
if
pit
he
stop.
made. Where'd he go? He just disappeared.
And he might. His fun meter might be pegged for the night.
Might be.
I tell you right now, Bobby Anderson having a lot of fun, and you know, Dave, I think Mike McConville is putting on a career run here, just to make you regurgitate in your mouth, seeing those New York Mets colors right around this racetrack in the top 3.
Almost 20 laps to go, 22 here at the line. This race hasn't even begun yet. I mean, you know, we know who most of the players are. There's 18 cars left on the lead lap, but we still haven't seen the start of this race, to be honest.
The start of this race won't occur until 5 to go. Right now we're looking at Matt Mettler there in that 64 car. He's currently residing in that 13th position. You know, Dave, he's kept his car clean all night long, had a couple Checker Schwartz moments, but nonetheless, he's been A-okay. The car is not taking on too much damage.
Taking a look here at Matt Mettler as we go on board. Right now, the Bills Mafia Nation driver drafting right up behind Matt Long. And Long right now, who was involved in an earlier incident, not on the lead lap. Not really a happy camper, that's for sure. But he's out here for points and glory. Currently running technically 26th. And Mettler kind of using him as a fuel pig.
Well, Matt Meller's got nothing to lose. He's just out here running for checkered flags. As right now he's mired in a 12th position. There's Sean Rockenrod, who's just ahead of him, running in 11th. With Ryan Samuelson running in 10th.
Bouncing around the racetrack now, we take a look up closer to the front of the pack at Cody McCorkle in the 82. Right now sandwiched in between the 1 and the 17. The 18 and the 19, your race leaders. Oh, good Lord.
There's Mikey Mack from Cape May, New Jersey, as we're on board with them in that number 1 car. Caribou coffee ride. I don't drink coffee, but I imagine it's pretty decent.
Caribou is definitely a good brew. Not bad.
I could only imagine. You know, I load coffee down with sugar, and I still can't get it to taste right.
Well, be a man.
Drink sweet tea. Gotcha.
Mettler might get hung out to dry here if he can't close this gap with the 97, because it sounds like the 97 is going to peak out and go down pit road. He's got to be able to draft up here to the 48, and I think this is where we're suddenly going to see Mettler fall off.
Yeah. Matt Long jumped out of line and put the parachute on the number 64 car of Matt Mettler here, who continues running the 12th position with 18 laps to go. And, you know, you're going to come to a point where you know, Samuelson, Rogers, and Tyler Hunter are going to start to get smaller and smaller, and Matt's front windshield. As right now, Matt Mettler's 13th position is on life support. $17 to go, make that 16 laps to go. Ooh, by some small miracle, Mettler's gonna get drafted up to Tyler Hunter.
Just an update from Los Angeles.
This is an update from Dope, and Ryan Samuelson's around.
Just an update from Los Angeles. It seems Dodger fans have eclipsed... Hey, look, there's Art Rooney. It seems like Dodger fans have eclipsed Phillies fans for being the worst in the league.
See that?
Obviously, we were here calling this race, so I didn't see it, but apparently the Dodger fans were throwing baseballs at Jerks and Profar in left field and bottles at Fernando Tatis in right field. They had to win the game.
Well, just as you say that, flag on the plate here in Philly, and well, Matt Mettler. Oh, sorry, Pittsburgh. See, there I go. I get my geometry wrong. The geography. Wow.
You'll figure it out. We'll get there.
Oh, it's a St. Louis than me.
Yeah, they don't have math class. They have meth class. Bobby Anderson leading Alex Princeton and Mike McConville. And I'll tell you what, McConville, he's plotting. Look, whether he's got that blue and orange on there or not, he wants to torment me, and that's fine. Now he's going to force me to talk about him too? That's okay also, especially if you're suddenly going to run like this. I mean, McConville is keeping himself tucked up just behind the 19, but not touching him. He doesn't want to give the 19 too much of a push. He wants to be able to use the 82 to give him a shove here in these closing laps as we're 15 to go. And something tells me that McConville's got one more trick up his sleeve before the checkers come out.
I couldn't pay him to run St. Louis Cardinals colors on my car, could I?
No, he's a driver. You can pay him anything and he'll do whatever you ask. You got to remember, everybody here is a hooker.
I'm just saying, when he's running this good, might as well dress him up in some red, some Cardinal red. Big STL logo on the side for you. Birds on the bat on the hood. or 13 laps to go, rather. Here in this one, Bobby Anderson still leads over Alex Princeton and Mike McConville from Cape May, New Jersey. And there's the bump from Princeton. Mikey Mack still plodding, as David has mentioned earlier. And that's Cody McCorkle, Alex Princeton, Chris Davis, Tane Hodgson, your top 7. And this is the two distinct groups as we were talking about earlier in this race, with 13 laps to go. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night as we go live here with the Monday Night NASCAR League, where you can see, well, if you're a Parker Retzlaff fan, tomorrow night's going to be the place for you. Also, Dave, the SCL Sunday Cup League will be making its return to the Sim Racing Media Family Racing.
Look at that.
And oh yeah, Mike Damani and Colin McDonough will be on the call for that race. 11 laps to go. Matt Mettler just sitting outside the top 10. If there's a caution come out in the late stages of this race, this is a whole new race.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen. It seems like at this point, if I were anybody on the racetrack right now, I'd want to be Mike McConville. He is sitting in the absolute best position right now to have just enough headwind to start peaking out when it comes time, as we're 11 laps to go. And right now, just riding along with this front group of drivers, there's something special going on here.
I mean, we saw something similar to this Thursday night. Is you got that one group of cars that'll run away with the field pretty much. I mean, any of these drivers steps on the line, you don't want to make that move too fast, too early. But I'm with you, Dave. I think Mike McConville has got the best seat in the house right now. He's not really, he's got just enough space where if he needs to bail out a line, he can. But now's not go time yet. Go time is going to be right around, I wouldn't even say through that. Go time is going to be last lap back straightaway. That's going to be go time. Nine laps to go here from Talladega Speedway in Lincoln, Alabama. Bobby Anderson, the battery guy, continues to lead this race. Alex Princeton, and at number 19, Caribou Coffee, sponsored number 19. Mike McConville, Mikey Mack, here's your top three. We have a lot of drivers with playoff implications out of this race or multiple laps down. Sean Rockin' Rogers, mired back there in that 9th position. Eight laps to go. We're down to single digits. 180 laps in the books. 8 laps to go.
8 laps to go. I'm watching Cody McCorkle right now. He's kind of in another good spot, kind of like we see McConville. The thing is, I think McConville's got more discipline. I'm going to call it discipline, more skill. I'm not saying that he's a better driver than McCorkle. I think they're both great drivers, but I just feel like McCorkle is up here kind of taking his time while McConville is setting himself up. He's kind of testing things out. And he knows that the closer that he gets to the 19, the better chance he's going to have about being able to swing out and make that pass at what will be a crucial moment.
Now the question is when he makes that move, does anybody try to go with him?
I would say yes.
And I would say that Dallas is up 6-3. They are now up by a touchdown.
It's nothing impressive.
I mean, it's 2
I watched
field
the
goals.
Phillies nearly give one away.
6 laps to go. Coming down that back straightaway. Mike McConville. That's the guy we're watching right now. Cody McCorkle running 4th. These are the 2 guys that have the keys. Oh,
I did
Alex Prince
misreport.
stepped out.
I do have to retract my earlier statement. I thought tomorrow was opening night for the NHL, but it's actually Tuesday. Tuesday, October 8th. Your St. Louis Blues are going to be visiting the Seattle Kraken. The Ice Cats are going to be hosting Boston, and Utah is going going to be hosting Chicago.
Formerly Phoenix.
Yep, the Utah Hockey Club. Utah. Come on down to Salt Lake. We're going to party like it's 1955. Bring your wives. Whoops.
5 phalanges in the air, 5 laps to go. For Bobby Anderson.
I'm just saying that I don't see Philadelphia on the schedule. What the heck? Philadelphia doesn't play until Friday. Means they're going to have a whole week.
4 laps to go here for Bobby Anderson. As they're coming up on lap traffic now. What does Bobby do with the lap traffic once he gets there? And hopefully they don't catch him in the turn.
Cody McCorkle starting to peek out. 4 to go. This is going to be the one. Bentley's having a better night here on the racetrack than I did back in August.
I mean, you ran all the laps. That's all we could ask of you.
That's fairly accurate. 4 laps to go, 3 at the line. Bobby Anderson being pushed around right now by Alex Prinzen. And the interesting thing is, Mikey Mack is not coming off of the line that he's running. He's not even phased by the 19. He might go along with him.
He almost took the bait. Not yet, Mike. Is Russell Wilson really playing backup to Justin Fields?
Yeah, why not? Happens.
Okay, we'll take it.
Here's Alex Princeton and Bobby Anderson getting ready to battle it out for the lead. 3 laps to go. We're not going to see anybody make a move. As they go side by side behind, that's Eric Papineau with help on the high side from the 70. They're going to try to challenge for the lead. The interesting thing is, with Papineau here on the high side, it may enable McConville to try to get a push. Here he goes. McConville said, give me that air. 2 laps to go. The popsicle sticks are in the air. Let's watch McConville here. Uh-oh. McConville got hung out to dry.
I didn't like that move.
Papineau now running in 3rd position. McConville shuffled back to 5th. They're going to get tied up by some lap traffic. Bobby Anderson coming out of turn 4 with 2 to go.
Anything can happen.
They've only got a little bit more than 3 miles left in this one. And as they come into the tri-oval, there's still lap traffic in front of them. Papineau looks to the inside. He may be too early to make the move. The popsicle sticks go down. The white flag is in the air. We're racing back to checkers. McConville got to get a push from the 82 of McCorkle.
Oh, this is magic. Take McConville to the lead.
Mike McConville and Bobby Anderson duking it out down the backstretch. There's lap traffic in the way. They've got to be able to avoid them. McConville now melting back into 3rd position. He's not going to have a run at the lead. But all of a sudden, the 70 of Dylan Banks pushing behind Bobby Anderson. Here comes McConville with a rearview mirror full of the 82. He goes to the high side. The 18 shoves the block. Here comes McConville into the tri-oval. He's got a shot at this. They're going to rub. They're going to touch. And by a nose, is it going to be? It might be. Oh, it's going to be Bobby Anderson. Mikey Mack finishes in 2nd and Dylan Banks in 3rd. A clean finish to this race, and Mike McConville nearly bests Bobby Anderson in the 18 car. What a battle they had.
Have you ever?
You never know what you're going to see here on Sunday Night NASCAR.
I think I'm
Congratulations to Bobby Anderson. He's going to be your race winner out of Mansfield. Cape May's Mike McConville almost being able to pull that one out. And I mean, literally by a nose. Let's go back here and just check this out. My God.
If Mike McConville's right foot does not hurt, I would be surprised.
He had to have had that all but pushed through the floor.
And then a little bit
Let's watch this
more.
battle once more.
There he goes. He gets a little loose. And Bobby Anderson knew that that run was coming. Was able to see it and go blocking.
Without a doubt, we're going to get ready to go right here to the start-finish cam for the photo finish. Here they come. 6 cars battling it out, and there they are. Look at that, by just that much.
I mean, Mike McConville just scored a fan in me for that one. Got him. And we're all through here.
And Alan, I believe you have with you now our race winner, Bobby Anderson.
Bobby Anderson knew the block was coming. It was able to stave off Mike McConville. Take us through that last lap, Bobby.
Man, I was just waiting. We had a nice group of 6 there breaking away from everybody. Thankful that everybody stayed in line. Didn't let anybody catch up. And then when we got to that white flag, everybody just kind of went everywhere. And I wasn't going to wreck myself, but I was also going to throw a few blocks at least to try and stay in front. And I don't know. I'm kind of speechless right now. I don't do great at these tracks. Very thankful to get the win tonight. Thankful for everybody kind of racing it clean up there up front. Thankful to Dylan for helping give me a little bit of a push there to the end, and thankful to Mike for not taking us all out. So, just a lot of fun, just exhilarating tonight. What a race!
Hey, look, man. Any other league that probably been a mess, but you guys are all but professional here in the SRM Cup Series. And before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you'd like to think to help get you here tonight?
Yeah, huge thanks to Matt Long sticking around, talking to me on the radio, even though his car was wrecked. He was trying to get some extra points tonight. And again, just thanks to all the 6 or 7 guys at the front group for keeping it in line. And Alex Princeton was key there, kind of helping us push and stay in front of that next pack. And so, and of course, thanks to you guys in the broadcast. You guys do a great job. I appreciate it.
All right, Bobby. Well, we're going to get down here and let you go celebrate that team win, and we'll see you next week at Charlotte.
Have a great week, guys. Thanks.
That, of course, the voice of Bobby Anderson, but you folks have been waiting all night long to hear from this one out of South Jersey. Nearly picking up the win was Mikey Mack. Mikey, listen, first of all, I got mad love for you, brother, right?
Yes, sir.
My heart beats for Mike McConville on the racetrack, but what you did to me tonight was just rude.
Oh, you talking about the magnificent paint scheme?
Yeah, magnificent. Like if you set the bar down to my feet.
Hey, I did tonight what the Mets should have done tonight and stole one. They won game 1, gave it away game 2. Man, hopefully it's reversed. We gave this one away a little bit. Didn't have the push at the end. Super glad Bobby Anderson won, man. He and I have talked after every Superspeedway race. We always find each other during this race, and this is the one race where we're never close to each other to work together. But seeing him get this win, super fantastic. I need to thank Cody. That man was glued to my butt after those green flag stops. We were committed to each other until the last half lap. He gave me such a run through 3 and 4. where I thought I thought the win was mine. I had so much momentum on the 70 and the 18, and then the 18 just came up, and I just hooked it left. I thought I was going to clear him, and man, the side draft in these cars it's insane how much the 18 killed my run coming out of 4. But
yeah, I mean, listen, it was a hard-fought battle at the very end, and I really thought when you were running in third, I was like, this, you were in the best position that you could have possibly been. I mean, everybody always looks to P2, but P2 always gets hung out to dry, almost every time. Third is where you want to be with about 3 or 4 laps to go, and you just hang on until you've got that time. I mean, and you pulled the trigger, and I mean, by literally a nose. I mean, could not be any closer. But, that kind of seals the deal. Looking ahead, though, it looks like we don't play one another again until Tuesday, as tomorrow's a travel day to go from Philadelphia to New York. And what I think is interesting about our current playoff situation here in the National League, we have a chance to once again go with a true East-West series, and we really will have that for the NLCS as the Phillies. The Phillies and the Mets are duking it out here on the East Coast, and the Dodgers and I almost said the Chargers and the Padres are duking it out on the left coast. So, all things considered, we have a chance to finally have one of those classic battles. So I'm excited for that. Good luck to your Mets. And before we cut you loose, who do you need to thank, and who helps you get it done on the one team?
I got to thank everyone back at the race shop of TCR JAR team. They gave me one hell of a bullet tonight, and we almost scammed them. I want to thank Chris for putting on this league. Man, I don't want to race anywhere else. There's a lot of drama and crap that goes on Monday nights, but still, there is no better place to come run. I need to thank you guys. I can't wait to watch this broadcast back, see all the shots that I rightfully deserve running this paint scheme from you, Mr. Philly.
Yeah, there I was just cruising around, going to check out my homie, make sure you cool, and then you do that.
This was the one chance. Luckily tomorrow, no Mets car. When I run the truck on Tuesday, no Mets truck. But big shout out to the teammate Cody. Like I said, he was super committed to me. He and I were working so well together. The shoves that he was giving me was godly. And man, half a car.
Before we get you out of here, Mike, I asked Dave, I said, how much would it cost me to have Mike McConville run the St. Louis Cardinals paint scheme?
If this was 10, 15 years ago, not much. They had a roster.
But he's good now, so you're paying for that paint. That's what he's saying.
Right.
You will pay my man.
Not much. It depends per race.
They call him Mike Money.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Well, listen, congratulations on the P2 finish. I'll see you tomorrow night. Good luck, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
That the voice of the great Mike McConville out of South Jersey. Proud to call him my friend and my brother from another mother, as his mom is always paying attention. And, Alan, I think you have with you now on pit road Eric Papineau, Dylan. Oh, wait. This got all screwy. Dylan Banks, who's now with Alan down on pit road.
Dylan, bringing home P3. Take us through that crazy last lap. What did you see as all proverbial hell just broke loose?
Just what you said, Daryl. Absolute chaos. Nothing that I didn't expect, though, man. It was a blast out here tonight. I had a bunch of fun behind the wheel tonight. It was awesome. Nothing beats super speedway endings, man. Everybody's it's like 5 wide going across the line, and nothing beats it. But yeah, it was absolute chaos. That last turn 3 and turn 4, I was trying to get me and Bobby out ahead and kind of push him out ahead to where he would fall back to me. But we had another group or two back there that was single file, and they got back up to us. And once they got to me, they split me and went outside. And from that point on, it's just taking what you can get. So, yeah, big shout out to Bobby on the win tonight, and I want to thank Eric Papineau for his help tonight. And yeah, it was a blast, man. I had a blast.
Well, look, man, you're out of the playoffs. You're just essentially racing for checkered flags. But nonetheless, what's your thoughts as we head next week, looking forward and going to Charlotte for the Roval?
Oh man, that's my home track, man. Being a North Carolina native, the Roval's awesome, man. It really is. It's very underrated. I don't know about that new turn 7 or whatever it is. It looks like a U-turn. I don't know how that's gonna go. A lot of I heard a lot of real life drivers, NASCAR, saying they're not too fond of it. But I guess we'll just have to see. Never been huge on road courses. I'm not the best. I'm probably about average. But it's always exciting to go to Charlotte. Anytime you go to Charlotte, it's one of my favorite tracks. But yeah, if I'm racing, I'm not sure if I'm racing or not. I might be actually going to the race, so we'll have to see. But if I am racing, I'm gonna go out there and do the best I can do, and help whoever I can help get the win, and do whatever I can to help them out.
Look, man, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you'd like to thank to help get you here tonight?
Oh yeah, of course, man. I want to thank you and Dave up in the booth. I hate that I haven't been here the last couple months and been racing in the SNN, but had some things going on and all. But happy to be back racing with these guys. I missed the full-length races. Shout out Chris for putting on the league, all the admins tonight, the whole league tonight. I mean, we had a couple cautions, but other than that, it was actually really good racing tonight. You could go 3-4 wide and not have any issues. So that's a great thing. Big improvements on this league this year from whenever I was first in here. So big shout out to everybody in here. I want to shout out Paul Hill, and Ryan Samuelson, Tyler Hunter, all the guys that helped me tonight. Eric Papineau, shout out him, and shout out Mike and Bobby on the win.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and next week, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, buddy.
And that there was the voice of Dylan Banks, your third place finisher tonight. Dave, this race
it's been an interesting one here tonight, Alan. I'm sorry that I missed about 50 laps of it, but unfortunately, sometimes duty calls. Duty. That's
First of all,
tonight
duty.
I got myself. But at the end of the day, once the dust settled, it was Bobby Anderson on top of the pile, and to me, that's just special right there. I mean, Bobby Anderson now getting his transfer spot, as he did win this race, and so he will automatically go on to the round of 8. Before we get out of here, let's take one final look at our results tonight. Bobby Anderson does bring home the checkered flag, and he's joined on the podium by Mike McConville and Dylan Banks. Cody McCorkle and Eric Papineau, they round out your top 5, while Alex Prince and Tane Hodison, Chris Davis, Sean Rogers, and Matt Metler snagged the top 10. Tyler Hutter finishes 11th with John Wilco in 12th. Steve Herring, Larry Miles, Ron Fitting, Brian Nunemacher, Kavaja Holt, and Matt Cox, along with the 19th place finisher Logan Giesbrecht and Keith Long rounding out your top 20. Mark Johnston finishes in 21st with Chris Claude, Chief Cook and Bottle Washer here in the SRM Family of Racing Series comes home in 22nd. 23rd to Matt Mackin with Michael Witt, Matt Long, Ryan Samuelson, Noah Hamilton, Chad Sanner. Where did it go here? Rich Jett and Paul Hill, they make up your top 30. Then the best... You have to forgive me. Best of the rest going to be Tanner Marty, Austin Call, Jeff Carson, Neil Pearson, Randall Watkins, Ken Ron, Diego Rodriguez, Emily Arias, Richard Pruitt, and Chris Custer. Somebody had to do it, and Chris Custer only getting 31 laps in the books tonight for himself. So it's been a rough night for the 66 and that Tide ride. So for myself, Dave Regal, and Alan Bergen, my broadcast partner extraordinaire, filling in for Matt Metler as he decided to go out and snag himself a top 10 tonight. We want to thank all of you for tuning in. As you do every week, make sure that you tune in tomorrow and Tuesday as we still have Xfinity and Truck Series action right here in the S&M family of races. And tomorrow and every day as you walk down the road of life, please don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.